So, in Bayonne. So I know exactly where you at.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's where I'm from, the 201.
that's what's up. 201. So we got a Jersey. We got a Jersey boy. We got a Jersey cowboy. That's what I like.
Yeah,
That's what I
Jersey in
like.
the house, baby.
Yeah, representing the star, baby.
You
Representing
already
the
know.
star.
You already know.
All right, so Cowboys with a win.
Big
Cowboys
win.
with the win. Coach, you want to start out?
Sure. How we gonna start and what we want to talk about? How we want to break this bread?
I think the first thing we need to start out with is the performance by Dak Prescott.
Okay, so I think I feel like Dak had a. I give him an A minus.
A minus.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
give him an A minus. Only reason why was for he overthrew. I believe it was Tolbert on that big pick where we was driving. That momentum was coming,
Mhm.
and he overthrew him. Like if he drops that in the bucket right there, that right there is. I don't even think. I think that game becomes a blowout if he connects right there. That throw that he had to CD on the sideline between two people, that was an A plus. You know that he was picking them apart, man.
Mhm.
And CD wanted the jump ball, like as you put in the comments last night. Jump
Mhm.
ball, throw it up, jump ball. But
Yep.
I feel like Dak is a guy. If we didn't practice that, I'm not gonna just do that. We've
Right.
done the comeback route a million times on the back shoulder.
Mhm.
That's what Dak was anticipating that he was gonna be on that same sheet of music with him. Put him in the end zone, come back right on the pylon, boom, touchdown. Because his frame is big enough, and where he put that ball, that would have
Mhm.
been right on CD's face mask. Defensive. Okay, we talking about Dak. So Dak,
No, no, no.
Dak did his thing.
You can
Dak did
freestyle.
his
Okay.
thing. Yeah. So I'm gonna say on Dak. Dak did his thing, man. It was I'll say an A minus just because of that bad ball that he threw where it got picked. The other one, I ain't even think I ain't even sweating the other. What was the other pick? He
The you mean the one on the sideline with the two with the whoa, that was that one.
uh-huh. What
And
was the
he
other one?
fumbled. He
Oh,
fumbled.
he fumbled. Oh,
Hmm.
so did he throw one pick or two picks?
He threw. Let me get the stats. He
What
threw
was the
two.
second
Oh,
pick?
hold on. Let me unmute him. You can unmute him.
He threw two picks. The second pick was the bomb. The first pick was the one in the end zone to CD.
And the second one was the one he was trying to throw the bomb to Jalen
Oh,
Tolbert.
yeah, that was the second pick.
Oh, okay, yeah. The overthrow.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The overthrow and then the back shoulder throw.
Right.
Okay. So those and that whole and he threw it over 30 times. And over 30 times, those were that was the worst. He couldn't help that sack where the ball got punched out or hit out. That's our line. They was getting their ass whooped last night.
Yeah.
But like you said, mailman earlier before we became live and direct, you said going no huddle. I think it does change things. It changes our pace. It changes our rhythm,
Hmm.
and I think that it keeps us, that positive momentum going. But
Hmm.
overall, man, like I said, A, like it's right there. It's not an A plus, because A plus is he that catch. If the back shoulder to CD was a touchdown and that big bomb, that's an A plus night.
All right, hold on. I gotta make sure I got you right. You giving him an A plus? I mean an A
No,
minus?
A minus, yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh. Adam, you gotta unmute yourself when you're ready to talk because it says you muted yourself.
You good?
Okay. Let me let Adam go first because I gotta come back to that A minus. I like that. I
Okay.
like that, but I got a
Yeah.
question. So
And yeah, I mean, hey, to each his own. You know what I'm saying? We all have our own opinions on how we look at the game. You know what I'm saying? So based off of his now, A minus is a little high for me.
Mm,
It's a little high for me. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? But I can understand your rhyme and reason for why you giving him an A minus. I look at it in a and I would do a solid B.
Okay.
I do a solid B. Them turnovers, um, them turnovers. I mean, you're a veteran quarterback now. You should know. You should have a better understanding of the defense. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying. The O line, we know what we're dealing with the O line. We got two rookies. You know what I mean. We got a second year guy, and then I don't know what Steele's problem is this year. It seems like he's getting beat like a drum right
Hey
and left.
man, he's getting his ass whooped.
Yeah, exactly. So, but performance wise, Dak seemed like he was in control.
Yeah.
He made like you said, he made some hell of a throws. He made some hell of a reads. That one pass to CD on the sideline. Um,
Peace.
he he utilized all his weapons. He didn't just focally concentrate on CD. He got
Right.
Brevin Spann in the game involved. He
Uh-huh.
got Ferguson involved. He even
Mm-hmm.
got Yuki involved. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We hit him. I'm not gonna put it all on Dak because it was play calling, but he read the defense and he made the correct decision and the correct passes. But to give him an A, nah, because them turnovers. At the end of the day, you're the quarterback. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you got to make better decisions. You got to understand. So you have three turnovers, and if the defense wasn't balling the way they was balling, we could have literally got blown out. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
With three turnovers, but you stepped up. Um, you had two very very crucial critical drives. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That we did when we went and scored the first touchdown. 16 plays.
Uh-huh.
We methodically went down the field. We picked them apart. We just did what we wanted to do. We mixed it up, and then the ultimate last drive
Game
that he
winning
did,
drive.
the game winning drive. So you got to give him his credit on that, for him stepping up. You know what I'm saying? And with us, quote unquote, not having a true number two receiver, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? With the injuries, Guyton getting hurt, so we
Mm-hmm.
shifted the line around. We moving Tyler Smith out to the left tackle spot, and you putting in
Mm-hmm.
Bass at the guard. So just to rework that whole line and for him to still produce, I'm giving him a solid. I'm gonna give him a solid B for his performance. You know what I'm saying? You take away those turnovers, at least two of them.
Right.
I don't expect perfection every game. We want
Right.
it, but it's just unrealistic. It's
It's
far and
impossible.
few. It's far and
Right.
few. It's not
Yeah. In
impossible.
between.
It's not
Right.
impossible because Jared Goff did it last Monday night.
Right. Right.
He
It's
went
far
he
too.
went through. But it's
Yeah.
far and few. So but three turnovers is a little too much for me. So but I give him a B. I give him a solid B for his performance last night.
Okay. I agree with the B. I agree with the B, and I would give him a C plus, but I give him a B because his performance in the fourth quarter was an A
Mm-hmm.
plus. but
Yeah.
my thing is, why can't we allow him to play like it's the fourth quarter in the first quarter? Like just
Right.
come right out and give him, like I was telling you, what's wrong with going no huddle from the beginning of the game? I'm
I
not
never
saying
understood that. I
and
never understood that. If that's our strength, if we know that, why wouldn't we use it?
thank you.
Right.
Thank you. And when I say no huddle, I'm not saying like hurry up. I'm
Right.
saying just go no huddle where you
Just
don't
a
allow
control,
them to.
it's a controlled hurry up. You don't have to
Right.
huddle up. You can rush to the line, but you don't give the defense a chance to sub.
There you go.
Right. Right.
You can call the play at the line of scrimmage. You get
Right.
to the line real fast and you see what they in. You can do, and then you can audible and keep going
Right.
instead of coming back to the huddle. I'm with you on that, Mel. I'm with you on
And,
that one. I
and
never understand why we don't do that.
see, this is what see. This is why I like y'all to talk to, because I've told this same thing to several people, and they don't understand what I mean when I say no huddle. They're like, "Nah,
Right.
you just get everybody tired." But I'm like,
You
yo,
just,
y'all are old enough to remember. You remember the Cincinnati Bengals when they had Boomer Esiason. And
No, I was too young for that. I was too young for that. of course, I remember the Bengals.
And they called it the Snake Eyes offense, where they got up to the line of scrimmage, but they led the NFL in time of possession.
Yeah.
You remember that the Buffalo Bills when we beat them.
Yeah.
They won 4 straight Super Bowls.
I mean, which time you talking about when we beat them?
Oh yeah, but I mean they went to the Super Bowl 4 straight times, but we
beat them twice.
Right, but they were no huddle, if you remember.
Yeah, they was in the Kelly gun.
Yep. And they got plenty of rushing yards. They got time of possession. I would love for them to just go no huddle, because if you ever notice at the end of a half, we always score because Dak runs the offense. In the fourth quarter, he was perfect. He was
on point.
We got a secret weapon. That's why. Well, it ain't a secret no more, but we just got a weapon that you don't have to go get 7. You can just get to the 50.
Right.
Right. That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Just get to the 50.
And I got a question for y'all. Both of y'all mentioned the 3 turnovers. Do you subtract one of the turnovers because he recovered that big fumble at the end of the game?
No. Because that wasn't his turnover. That was Rico Dowdle who fumbled. So if it wasn't for that, like you said, Rico need to be buying that man lunch, dinner, whatever for the month.
Yep.
Facts.
Yeah. That was a big save.
Because that's ball game.
Yep.
That saved us.
That's ball game. That is ball game. There's no more time. The timeouts are gone. That's a loss. They take a kneel and we're over. And now we having a different conversation. We might not even be on the live right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, and there's another thing. Y'all mentioned we're gonna talk more about offensive line, but you mentioned about Steele. Do you think they should have given him some help? You knew he was gonna get whipped by Watt. You got him out there by himself against TJ Watt.
Yeah,
I saw them chip a few times, but I felt like they should have kept on doing that, just like they do with us with Micah. Like Micah don't get no free runs. You know, they're gonna put 1, 2, 3 hats on him.
Right.
Wherever TJ lines up at, the tight end needs to be lined up on that side. That's what they should have did. If he went to Tyler's side, you go over there with him. If he goes back to Steele's side, you go over there with him. And all you need to do is, like you said, just chip. You don't got to stay in and block. Just chip block.
Nah, chip them. Just slow them down.
Chip block, and then you can still get into your route.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, but I guess because we didn't really do it that much against Myles Garrett in Cleveland games, that they felt like they could handle their own against TJ.
He was on the opposite side though, because he was on Guyton's side,
and it really wasn't no help. That's what I'm saying. Would you compare them about the same, Guyton and TJ? Garrett and TJ.
So TJ plays the right edge or the left edge.
The left edge and
the right edge.
They still probably the 2 of the most dominant edge rushers.
Right.
But what I'm saying is this though. Guyton is the left tackle, Steele is the right tackle.
Right.
And so
who's the rookie?
They're putting their best essentially against their worst.
Right. Yeah, see, TJ Watt was over on Steele's side.
He wasn't rushing Dak's blind side. He was letting Dak see him.
Yeah, he was.
I know. Yeah. But is it still the veteran?
Yeah, that's why.
So you leave a rookie on the island with Garrett.
Garrett, right.
But you want a chip block with a veteran. Doesn't make sense to me.
Steele's been getting his ass whooped since last year.
Oh, go ahead.
So has Guyton.
Steele has been a problem for a minute. You know, we just haven't found that piece to replace him.
The piece is playing left tackle.
Right.
If
Right.
you move Guyton to the right, which was his natural position in college,
Right.
was the right tackle. You can put Tyler Smith back out at left tackle, and you
Right.
put Bass in the guard for right now. They handle their business.
I like that. I like that. You got Martin and Bass at guard.
With
You put
BB at the
Guyton at right
center.
tackle.
Exactly.
BB at the center. Yeah, I
And
like
you
that.
rock it. But why can't our coaching staff think of that?
Right.
That's what we always say. Why?
What's up, Danielle?
They'll think of it next year.
The queen is checked in. Mailman, the queen is checked in. She has been MIA on our radar, bro. I don't know what's going on.
She didn't want to deal with that chat yesterday. That chat was crazy.
We was having the Queen show brewing Mailman last year, and then they both just rolled out on us, bro.
Yeah. I look. So all right. So that was the next question I was going to ask about Tyler Smith. Do you think we should move him out to left tackle? But y'all already answered that. You think we should just go ahead and move him out there?
Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what do you do with Guyton when he comes back?
Right tackle.
I just said Steele is the problem.
So you're gonna take Steele out? Okay. All right. So
I think Steele is
Steele some money though. Can Steele play guard?
Still be getting whooped too much. He hasn't shown me enough consistency. Like in big.
I don't know. I don't know. When it seemed like once he got paid, he ain't never been the same. He changed his mental attitude, everything. Just like, okay, I got my bag.
Right. He's stealing.
Literally stealing.
And the thing is, he can run block. He does great at his run blocking, but as soon as they go pass protection, he gets beat. Like you said, he gets beat like a drum.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah. And,
I don't know.
And you mentioned one other thing that we're going to talk about later is that matchup. You mentioned Jared Goff being perfect last week. That's who we play next week.
He won't be perfect that game.
Yeah, I think sometimes you can't shoot your load too early.
Okay.
Like when you have those kind of games, and now you start coming back to earth. Because like he said earlier, those games are few and far in between. Those perfect games, like they're very rare. And so I like what we did with our defense yesterday. I like the corner that we got out there better than the one that we had the last 2 weeks.
Yes, indeed.
Overshawn is a monster. He has to play every single down.
I don't just let him be. Just let him go.
Right.
Just figure out everybody else, but let him go. He's
a wild card.
He's proven to be the difference maker because he's sideline to sideline. He is sideline to sideline, and like he's first. Or if he ain't first, he's in the mix on the tackle.
Right, he's right there.
And
I just had a thought.
Did you hear Chris Collinsworth compared him to he said he's Dallas's TJ Watt already. That he went too far with that, but that's high praise.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
No. It was a bad comparison.
It's terrible. But it's terrible. It's terrible. He's not even playing the same position as TJ Watt, so you can't do that.
I think he his importance, but Micah Parsons, I would say, is
more of a comparison to TJ than Overshawn. But then you don't want. That's the part that is wrong with social media and everything. When you start putting these people in certain categories and you start tagging them and naming them, the next this or compared to that. Depending on who you are,
Mhm.
Some people will take that and think they already made it.
Right.
Now they don't have to go out there and keep trying to earn and show. You know what I mean? Oh,
Right.
Chris Collinsworth or Tony Romo or Tom Brady said, I'm this, I'm that. Oh, I made it because
All right. Right.
legends have said it. So now I don't have to go out there.
Right.
I can just show up now. I don't like
All
that.
right. Yeah.
I don't like that. No, they are who they are. They haven't even scratched the surface of what they could be. So
Right.
don't give them that. TJ Watt has been proving himself for a couple of years.
That's right. For a good amount of time.
Exactly.
Hey,
So
somebody over on TikTok said Prescott is going to need a box of Kleenex after Sunday's game. Why you say that, Todd? Why you say that, Todd?
that's a Detroit fan.
Prescott played great last night, man. In the second half.
We got to bring Adam back in. I don't know what happened to him.
Okay, nah, he's trying to get set. But yeah,
So I was just thinking about this, mailman.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how because the 4-3 is like outdated.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking in my mind, how do we get Kendricks, Overshawn, and Micah in the middle of that defense? And then we have what we have on. We got D-Law on one edge. We'll use what we used last night on the other edge.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have our filler guys in the middle. I feel like Overshawn, he can cover, he can play nickel if he needed to.
He can. He was a strong safety in Texas.
Right.
So wait, you want to put Micah in the middle, like middle linebacker, like Ray Lewis type?
This is like my complex. Do you put him in the middle, or do you leave Kendricks in the middle, Micah on one side, and Overshawn on the other side?
Now, when you do that, does that minimize Micah's importance? If you only put him, what you mean, like on a weak side or the strong side, just in that one spot?
Either way, like a traditional 43, but nobody runs 4-3 no more because you got your nickel corners, you know. But that'll put us at two safeties and two corners. Right. But Micah can cover, Overshawn can cover. They can play the box. They can do everything that you need to get done essentially. But then it's going to be taking a guy like Lewis off the field,
or Wilson.
And Wilson, that penalty on him last night.
That was the dumbest shit ever. Like, yo.
Some of the penalties that they're calling though, I don't agree with them though, because like the one, I forgot the defensive tackle, the one that when he hit their quarterback, when he hit Justin Fields. How was he supposed to stop?
Yeah, that was bang bang. Right. He didn't take 3 steps. It was 1 step and hit. He didn't even get his other foot down.
Nope. Yeah, this is they getting a little out of hand with that. Kansas City already rolling up here.
They
got to put on the show.
Huh? So he said the Lions are going to send him home crying.
I just told you he's a Lions fan. We already going to be home. So what is he talking about?
You hear that, Tom?
Are we playing at home or are we playing away?
We in Dallas. We in Dallas.
So what do you feel like the keys to this game is?
Hold on. Are we there yet, Phil? Are we just freestyling with your
Hey, I want to talk about Jalen Tolbert.
Let's stick to yesterday and before we get to next week.
Perfect.
Right. Hey, Tom, we're gonna be back to your boys later on, but stay on here though.
Tell Ty go to sleep. Shit.
So good night.
I was trying to wait until Hot Rod came on here because I wanted.
Hot Rod. I'll wait for Hot Rod. Yeah, come on, man. Where you at? Show up.
Because he was talking bad about Tolbert on the first drive, and Tolbert
the very first drive.
and
like, bro, we had 3 plays. We had three
Right.
plays,
Yeah.
and that wasn't. I mean, you got to think both that very first pass and the very last pass were similar.
Right.
Yep.
Tough
Right.
coverage. Tough coverage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped one. He caught the important one.
Right.
Yep.
Come on,
And
man. I mean, again, it goes back to what I've always been saying. It's a team sport. Again, everybody's not going to be perfect all the time.
Right.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So when somebody, instead of why is he in the game? Who else we gonna put in there?
Right. right.
I
Right.
mean,
That part.
again, you're going from Tolbert to who? A rookie that hasn't had no NFL experience.
Right.
You don't know if he can handle that moment, that stage yet.
You ain't there yet. You grow to that.
You don't know. We don't
Right.
know. But how else you build confidence in what we have if you give up on them after the first pass?
Right. You can't do
You
that.
don't do that.
Right.
You
Right.
don't. You don't. I would never do that. I'm a coach, and I don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give up on a player. If you make one, hey, what did you learn from that? All right, let's get it together. Get your head in the game.
That's
Get
right.
your head in the
Tighten
game.
up.
Make the next play. That
Right.
play is already done. That play is already gone.
Mm-hmm.
You
Right.
we can't go back and get that play over again. So what we do
Right.
is we try to move on to the next play. When your number's called again, make it happen.
Right. You make the next play your best play. That's
And what
it.
did he do? And what did he do?
You make it his best play.
Every pass that was thrown his way from there, he did his best. He succeeded. He dropped the one in when he got his family jewels hurt.
Right. right.
Cause threw that he had to throw that with some velocity. The way
Right.
he broke down.
Right.
But if you catch the football with your hands, you don't get
That
it.
don't happen.
Your family
Right.
jewels.
That's
So it's a learning. But again, he came right back and caught the game winner. You don't give up on him.
Right. So some lessons are hard lessons.
You don't give. I don't.
This is why we always tell receivers catch the ball away from your body.
Never with your body.
Never with your body. It's gonna bounce off you, and if a defender has his hand in there and
You
you
can
try to
always
let it
knock
get,
it out.
that's it. It's a wrap.
I play wide receiver, so I know everything you're talking, King.
Right,
I already know.
right.
I
Like
already know.
my son plays corner, and we like, yo, it's always 3 hands on the ball.
Yeah,
Always 3.
exactly. So, but no, and
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Holy.
Hey, I'm gonna put myself on mute
Don't put yourself on mute.
because
Don't do that.
the queen has came into the building.
Nope,
She has joined the team tonight, and I want to hear her take because I know she has a mouthful of blood and she is ready. I know her. I can see it. I can see her cheek.
Hey,
Stop
hold
it.
on. Hold on
I
one
do
second,
not.
all right, Danny.
I'm still over here.
Hold on,
with
Danny. I want to
small heart
hey,
palpitations
hey,
because
Nick.
that
Nick,
game last night
Nick.
was ridiculous.
Hold on, Danny. Hold on, Queen.
Danny. Hey, Nick. The link is on YouTube, or I'm gonna try to send it to your inbox. But the link is on YouTube on the on Mailman Phil, or you can go to Dallas. I know you don't want to go to Dallas Cowboys collaboration, but I want to get it on here because he's a Skins fan. I gotta let him get his.
Oh Lord, no! This is no.
Let them enjoy,
Let
Adam.
him in. Let him in.
No, hey Phil, that's Wednesday night situation, bro. That's Wednesday. We are not worried about them on Monday. We deal with them on Wednesday, bro. Come on, man. I don't need to hear none of that. I don't need to hear none of that right now.
Look what you put on the screen.
He is you right, Nick. He is a reasonable Skins fan. He really is.
They all say
That's
that.
Nick. That's the
But
homie.
he is, Adam.
He
He's
is,
been on
right?
here a
Yeah.
few times, and he's been
That's the
reasonable.
homie.
For sure.
When you say reasonable, what is reasonable?
We don't
He's
see,
a
we
real.
don't
He's a
see.
fan
Come on
first.
in here, Nick.
He's a football fan. He's a football
He's a
fan.
football fan first, and
'Cause
then
when I have conversations with them, they have to be football fans. They can't be fans.
he is.
Nah,
Like-
He's a
he's a football
first.
fan.
Yeah, he's a
Okay.
football fan first.
All
So
right,
I'm right now his name is Nick at Night until
That is crazy. That is crazy.
so we are welcoming the Queen to the podcast
there you go.
and
Welcome,
get her intake on yesterday's performance and whatnot. So how you doing, Queen?
Y'all drove
Middleman,
crazy.
ask her the question. What does she grade Dak's game yesterday?
We all gave him a grade.
What would
Oh,
you
y'all
give
did?
Dak's grade yesterday?
I give him a B minus.
See?
And the reason I give him a B minus is because of those interceptions.
The
Now,
turnover.
well, the interceptions, and again, it's back to Dak. When Dak takes over a game, it's a different Dak. I don't know some of these play calls with Mike McCarthy. That last drive right before we Dak threw that interception, we should have ran the ball. I don't know why we stopped running the ball and wanted Dak to play that hero ball to just get that game-winning drive where we should have just kept running the ball. That last interception. Because you notice that last drive we had for the scoring touchdown, what did we do? We ran the ball. Dak used everybody on the field, and that's what I appreciate as well. I don't know what it is with, I don't know if it's CeeDee Lamb or I don't know. We was going to CD too much. CD right now is being double coverage, and that's what we need to use CD for. And let's use everybody else that we were using, like Ferguson, Tolbert, all of them, until Cooks get back or until teams start saying, well, damn, they got more weapons than CD. We may not have to double coverage him anymore. We might have to actually play man on man and do that where we're opening up CD now on the one-on-ones. But for right now, I just think CD need to play his role. And then I know everyone was talking about him on the sideline and everyone's been trying to read CD lips all day long of what he was saying on the sidelines. And I do believe that he told him what he said, go up, right? He said, jump ball, I got you for.
You a lip reader. What did he say?
He said, jump ball, I got you for. That's what he said. Did y'all see anything else?
Nope. That's exactly what we saw.
Yeah, it's called the same exact thing. And come on, y'all, our defense, I'm going to be honest, I just knew with all the injuries we had on defense that we was going to get crushed in the run game. So I guess my question is, we were without Parsons and Lawrence, and our defense looked better on the run. So what does that tell us?
That tells me that everybody else stepped up. You're not looking for Micah. You're not looking for D-Law to make the plays. They have to make the plays. So they all stepped up collectively. They're a bunch of no names in the eyes of the football world because all you talk about is D-Law, Micah, Trey, Bland. Those are the four defenders that you talk about when it comes to Dallas.
Big facts.
Big facts.
Hey, look, I gotta when you just now said something about the about those two not being there, weren't they arguing about playing hero ball? I guess nobody was playing hero ball, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And go ahead, King.
No, that was it.
That's what made all the difference in the world. It was a collective, as a coach, man, there's nothing feels better than having 11 hats flying to the ball, 11 players playing with purpose and understanding what their role is. Don't do my job, just do yours.
Right.
And if all 11 do their jobs, it all ends up well.
Well,
You
yeah.
know, and it's like if you try, and like I think D-Law and Micah, because they're there, they garner so much attention. It's like if we can take them out the game, then we take the other 9 out the game.
Yeah.
Because
and that was
they're,
my
they're,
point about CD. Right now, the eyes are on him, and he just needs to play his role for right now and just be a team player. You get what I'm saying? There go Nick. And be
What
a team
up, Nick?
time gonna
What
come.
up, everybody?
What's up, Nick?
Hold on.
We go
Nick,
already?
Nick, come on, man. Look, this is a rated R shirt. A show, so you need to put a shirt on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Yeah, come on, kid. Hey, you was in the gym and you had looking like a D lineman or something. Is that a Sean Taylor jersey?
That's
No,
Sanders.
that's that Deion Sanders authentic, boy. Come on.
That's that ATL joint.
That's right. When I wear a Dallas one for real, that's how big of a Sanders fan I am.
Okay, well let me see the Cowboy jersey then.
No, I don't got one. I said I will. Can I take this back off? Was you joking?
Yeah, I'm joking, man.
Joking. I mean, I don't think us ladies minded.
Stop it.
There you go. Come on now.
I weigh $155 over here still, you know what I mean?
Hey, Nick.
You said
did you watch the game
$125?
last night?
$155.
Nick, did you watch the game last night?
I watched most of it.
Okay, so we graded Dak. I mean, you're not a Cowboys fan, so your grade is like it really don't matter. But just to kind of hear, Danny gave him an A-, a B-. I gave him an A-. Adam gave him a. Okay.
I want to hear what his grade is.
Go ahead.
I give him an A straight off because he did what he had to do to win the game.
That's fair.
At the end of the game, he did what he had to do. He put the ball right there. His receiver it was a great play. They did what they had to do. I always give respect while it's due. You see my comment, Phil, you can tell him I'm a reasonable Redskins fan. I'm that guy.
He is. He's
You know
that
what I mean?
dude. He call it how it is.
Look, I think you got him impressed already.
Well, I do have a question for y'all. I don't know. Again, Nick, I know you say you watched the majority of the game, and y'all might have already talked about it, but I'm here a little late.
Okay.
What was what happened with the Dak and Lamb situation in the end zone?
Okay, can I speak on that?
What do y'all put that on? Y'all? Yes, please. Give me.
Okay, so all right, Coach Adam. I'm a coach. I coach as well. I'm not coaching right now currently, but you only do in games what you've done in practice, right? And so I think with CD, he was saying jump ball, throw it up. But if Dak didn't go through that, if that wasn't Dak has done a back shoulder throw with that man probably 1,000 times. That's what Dak was throwing. That's being synchronized. That's what he's thinking. Okay, he's gonna get him into the end zone. Boom, come back, hit him on the back shoulder. It's either a touchdown or incompletion. That's what I'm thinking. Because when you see Dak throw, he throws with anticipation. He doesn't wait for you to get open to throw it. He throws it before you're open. And so that particular play, I put it on CD. CD wanted the jump ball, but Dak like, yo, we didn't rehearse that. We've done the back shoulder throw 1,000,000 times, in my opinion.
And honestly, Dak ain't really a throw it up for whoever gets it type of quarterback neither. He more of a pattern kind of guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where I see it, he a pinpoint kind of guy.
Right.
Okay. So I hear both of y'all. Do y'all think they freestyled that play or that play was called in from the sideline?
I mean, the way the outcome was, it's like it was a freestyle to me. But
so if they freestyle, one thought one and the other thought the other thing. I mean, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Something had to be called.
Right.
And
So
did they get to the line of scrimmage? Did they get to the line of scrimmage and they saw different and they looked at each other and said, "Oh, we're not gonna run what the players call. We're gonna do our own." And Dak's thinking the back shoulder and CD's thinking jump. To me, that was a I don't
It was
know.
weird. He was
It was
weird,
weird.
Adam. Just say it was weird as fuck.
I'll say this,
These
Adam.
two have been
I'll say this, Adam. I think it was a thing like you do practice those type of situations. They do. And so if it's not a
I know.
scramble drill, if it's not a scramble drill where you're running, just trying to find space, then that's like the safest throw to make. You don't want to throw a jump ball inside where you got somebody on the outside and you possibly got a safety that could be lurking over the top. You want to throw that thing towards the sideline. Like if I'm gonna freestyle, like this is the freestyle. This is the built-in play, unless it's a scramble drill. I think, and then you can see how, and look at CD's release on that play. If you watch that play, he didn't even have like a serious release, like he was trying to do something. I think it was a busted play.
And that's what I'm thinking. It's something. It was weird about the whole play. Period. It's like them two was not on the same page. And again, me being a wide receiver, playing that position before, and me and my quarterback, when we come to the line of scrimmage, and I can look at how the corner's playing, I'm looking where the safety is. If we call something in the huddle, I can look at my quarterback and we automatically know
Right.
what we on a different page. Run this route. I tap my head, I tap my side, whatever. I'm giving them a signal saying, check that play. We're gonna do this.
Right.
And he knows it.
Right.
Them two, I don't know if the all season, them not being together, working, going through CD holding out, Dak trying to get his money. I think the timing and all of that just wasn't there. But that whole play was just weird to me because they both did not know what was going on.
Right. And like I think that goes back to Nick's point too. I think for Dak it was a timing play. Like CD was supposed to be there where the corner was, and that's why Dak released it because he was expecting CD to be there. But for some reason, CD, I don't know if he changed it up and thought, okay, Dak's going to see me now, go and I'm going to do one of these numbers, get the jump ball. But I think
it's already out of his hands.
Was supposed to be there.
Yeah, like
go ahead.
Nick said it perfect. Dak is like he's an on-time rhythm guy. Like he's if he's gonna throw it into trouble, it's gonna be like the overthrow on the interception. Like he had the right read. If he could take any of his throws back, that's the one that he wants back because he know that. Oh, I just needed to drop it in the bucket on the post, he had too much. He had too much on it. And you can see our receiver jumped up and just missed it. And Dak knows, like, I just needed to take it down like 8%, and that would have been magical. But he gave it the whole hundo. So that's why it was a overthrow and right into the defender. Dak is gonna, for the most part, he's not always safe with the football, but I think that last night he really understood the value of the football and he was trying to take care of it. I feel like that.
I think he's on that right now, period, bro.
Right. What was you gonna say, Nick?
No, I just think what I was gonna say about the last thing is I think it also has to do with like Lamb just feels like he can go up and get it. So there's gonna be some natural frustration there. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you're right. I think Dak is doing a lot more with intentionally being a little safer with the ball.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. He is. He definitely is. And I still want to see that run game get going like it did last night. So my question is, and I've been trying to find out what's going on with Cook. What is happening why is he still not in the lineup? What am I missing here?
Management. Right? No, Dalvin Cook. She's talking about Dalvin.
Oh, okay.
Management,
That's
management, Jerry, we already know.
Y'all need him right now.
We do.
Definitely,
we
definitely.
do.
Y'all need, it would change everything on the offensive side if you had him running the ball, yo.
We do. And I think we're that team that we got to use everybody to win these type of games. And last night showed when you use everybody to win these type of games, I think we'll, go a little far until we start getting our confidence back up just a little bit and having that swag. Now, the one thing I do appreciate, because John, you talk about it too, Coach, about who on the sideline on the offense is giving you that attitude. And as
Right.
much as people want to, call CD or have issues with CD, at least he's going on the sideline, giving some type of something to get
The energy is
offense
coming.
going. Huh?
Yeah, the energy is coming. Like
Yeah.
you're starting to see that this shit is starting to really matter. But
They
now
want to win.
now he has to understand that, like Dak, I done seen him do it a few times already, where he throws with anticipation. He's trying to put the ball in out of, keep it out of harm's way. And CD, he is our big playmaker, but he got to understand, like, there's certain ways that we have to make plays now. I like Turpin over Cooks as wide receiver. I feel like we get more from him. I feel like he can do the same thing that Cooks can do. And I feel like he actually gives us a little bit more juice. We gotta have those Robins now. Like, we already know that CD is Batman.
Yes.
Now we gotta have those Robins, and this is where Tolbert can kick in. And I can't wait. I'm hoping that one of these games that we call up Kelvin Harmon. He's like one of my favorite, like, best kept secrets. He's on our practice squad.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for him to get the call up, because I think that he is going to be a difference maker in the games. He's like, to me, I call him like a baby Dez. Like he's like that for me.
Okay.
You said Kelvin?
Kelvin Harmon.
I know you're talking about.
Uh-huh. I like him more than Flournoy, all them other guys. I like him more personally.
He already saying no.
Well, okay, so what is your disagreement with him? What don't you like about him?
It's not that I don't like nothing about him. I just like Flournoy more. I think Flournoy has that it factor. He has that it factor, and I for the life of me do not understand why they are not giving him the opportunity. I do not know why. He has the it factor.
I say
So
if Dak holds his shit together when it matters, and he's able to, when it's really when the pressure is really there, if he can put the ball in there like he did to win the game, I don't know how much it matters, yo, because he has somebody right on him, and
yeah,
that's just what needs to happen. He had a man
Yeah.
right on him, and under all the pressure in the world, my man Dak put it right there.
Yeah.
And
You
it,
know what?
and it was
Listen
such
to
a
y'all.
good.
Listen
It
to
was
y'all.
such a good
This my
play.
grade. I have to bump it up to a B plus. Because now that I think about him falling on that before the end of the night, I might give him an A plus. But
No, you better not. 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 You better not.
Oh yeah, he fell on that fumble too.
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go. That's what I
Good
was
point.
thinking about. He fell on that fumble, and that was crucial. And he put his body on the line to do that in order to win that game. So
That ain't quarterback play. That's just being a football player right there in that moment and going to do something.
Quarterback
That
play because the quarterback actually was the one that put his body out there and fell on it. So
that's being a football player. That's not a quarterback player. That's being a football player.
I get
I
that, but
agree
he's
with
a
what you're saying.
quarterback, and that was a quarterback that fell on the ball, so that's a quarterback play.
You got it, Queen. I'm not even gonna go back and forth with you. You got it.
No, I compare Dak to Romo all the time, and Romo wouldn't have been on that ball.
right.
Okay.
Okay,
You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
good
And
point.
That's because they would have had baby.
Nick, that
That's
was
because
weak, Nick. That was weak.
they would have had baby oil on the ball, and he would have never held it any goddamn way.
yo, I
Not the
take it.
baby oil.
I've said it every time I got on here. If Dak can play at his highest level, then every team is in trouble. And if he can do it in the playoffs, y'all got a really good chance. It's all to me, it's all about Dak. When he's on, when he can do his thing, I mean, when you need a running back, you can count on for sure. Dalvin Cook get back in there for sure. But he's one of the best quarterbacks unless he loses it. When he's himself, he's one of the best, Joe.
Nick, let me ask you this, Nick, real quick. So, is that a top 10 quarterback to you?
Top 10?
Yes, in the league right now.
Of course he is.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that.
I mean, what you mean? How could he not be? Y'all killed
I know
last year.
he's
He
a
was
fan first, Adam. He a fan first.
No, I'm not mad at him. I like the answer. I think he's a top 10 quarterback, but we had a couple of in our own group that don't think
Yeah,
he's a top 10.
Oh my
I
gosh!
said,
Don't get me started with that group and that goddamn list that came. I could not deal with
oh
you.
man,
I swear, I got on
he's
my
top
nerves.
10 and he's not 10. I'll say that.
I agree.
He's top 10 and he's not 10.
He might be 7, 8 to me.
That he's
See,
somewhere there.
I can
see,
agree with
and
Right.
that.
I think the
You
only
gotta
Seven,
thing
respect.
he's not doing is winning in the playoffs, Joe, which is humongous. But he get a
Right,
couple
Nick.
playoff wins and he top 5. Forget it.
but
He top
let
10.
me ask you this. They keep saying he's not winning in the playoffs, but how many of them other quarterbacks that they got quote unquote in the top 10 or top 5 are winning in the playoffs?
I didn't see that list, and I
Is
know
is, jo-
Lamar is in there.
is Josh Allen winning in the playoffs?
Not as much
No,
as he need to. No.
Is Jared Goff?
no.
Mm-mm.
Well, Jared Goff is.
Hold.
He is.
Jared Goff
Jared
went to
Goff
the
is
Super Bowl.
winning.
Jared
Is
Goff
Kirk
went to the Super Bowl.
is Kirk Cousins?
No,
Hold on. Kirk Cousins was in the top 5?
No, he
no, no.
no.
Oh.
I'm
The,
just
the
I
saying.
list
mean,
was ridiculous.
he had a hell of a
The,
week, though.
He
yeah,
did.
He had hell of
five
2 weeks on prime time.
Yeah.
Prime
five
time
hundred
Yo,
versus over.
I
five
love that
hundred
dude,
nine
bro.
yards.
Yep.
509 yards, 4 touchdowns, or 5, 4?
Five. He had the
Good.
whole. He had the
5.
whole hand. He had the
All
whole
right.
hand.
Yep.
No, he
Well,
only
since
had
we
4.
talking
He
quarterbacks
had
real quick,
5.
He
since we
had
talking
4.
since we talking quarterbacks real quick,
Let's do it. Go
um,
ahead. I know what you about to do.
let's go ahead and bring up this quarterback that these commanders have,
Ah,
Jay Gruden. Nick, let's go
see,
ahead and
see,
you be first and give your opinion. Cut it out, Adam. Cut it out.
Watch, you about to see some real. You about to see some realness. I ain't that one.
no,
So
we are not supposed to be dealing with y'all till Wednesday.
We can take a little
well,
break. We can take a
well, we
little
can
break.
talk.
We
We can
talk
talk
I'm
about
about the
joking.
quarterback,
Cowboys.
and you
I
We can
gotta
can't
talk
keep.
hate
about
on
the
that young
Cowboys
I,
the
man.
whole
You can't
time if
hate on
y'all
that
want.
young man.
I gotta keep this fun. I gotta keep it fun. I'm joking, man. It's open. This freestyle. This freestyle Mondays. We doing what we do.
All right. So this is what I'll say. Even though his numbers were up after the first couple weeks, I was kind of like, I need to see him win against a winning team. I need to see him
Mhm.
when it's a little bit harder for him, more difficult for him. And still, it wasn't so difficult. But even though this week particular, even though his numbers weren't what they've been, he looked good. I'm talking about his movement, his running. He hit McLaurin with that ball on the run all the way down the field. He hit the boy what you call him in the corner on that touchdown right there.
Yeah,
And even and
De'Ami Brown.
De'Ami
Yeah,
Brown
De'Ami
and
Brown. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the touchdown that McLaurin dropped, that might be the best thrown fade ball I've seen before. Like I'm talking about, it went. You talk about catching with your hands, not your body. It went right through both of his hands. It was an unbelievable throw. So, listen, I don't want to rank him yet. I think you need to. You need more than 5 games to rank somebody. But I feel comfortable, and one of the main reasons I got on here. I mean, bro, we got to put him in the top 10 for this season.
Right.
Am I right about that?
No, I think
Okay.
he's earned it.
Are you finished? Are you finished, Nick?
I wanted to say one more thing. One of the main reasons I came on was to talk to y'all about y'all team, but also this game against the Ravens this week is going to be a real test, man. And I want to know what y'all think about that.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do something unrealistic, and I really like Jaden Daniels.
He's nice.
I think honestly, he is playing some real good football. Y'all have gotten y'all got a different energy. Y'all got a different buzz about y'all, and a lot of it is because of him. Y'all changed the culture. What the hell happened?
We put
Where's
you on.
everybody at?
He made
Oh,
he put the big talk on the
okay.
big screen.
Y'all changed the culture there. For real, y'all changed the culture, and it started with Jaden.
It
He is
started with
playing.
the owner. It started with the owner, bro.
Look, I'm not worried about none of that. I ain't worried about that. I'm talking about the players on the field. You get the right quarterback, you get the right people, they're gonna follow.
Mhm.
Jaden Daniels is a leader. He's been on the big stage before at LSU, so he's used to this type of format. He's used to this situation. Um, he's actually showing. He's running the offense that Kingsbury is putting in place, and they setting y'all offense around him instead of making him play to a different type of offense, which is the great part. You're utilizing him to his best assets. You know what I'm saying? Now, the only thing that I hope, and I'm gonna be a football fan right now. The only thing that I hope is y'all keep developing him, and and just know that the defenses that y'all are going to start facing are going to get a little bit more complex. They're going to get a little bit more aggressive, and
Yeah.
Amen.
hopefully that he can. Hopefully, y'all coaching staff puts him in the right situation to succeed. Because I ultimately want to see that guy. I don't want y'all to. I want him to. But it's a kind of crazy situation because he plays for y'all. But right now, y'all are rolling, and I'm giving Jaden Daniels first 5 games. He's playing top 5 quarterback play right now.
He playing A+ football, especially for a
He's
rookie.
playing, he's playing top 5 quarterback play right now.
Yeah.
You know what the biggest difference between successful quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks, and non-successful rookie quarterbacks is you play them within their wheelhouse. They're not asking him to be a world beater. They're not asking him to do more than he needs to do. Yes, they're utilizing his mobility, letting him move around, run a little bit here and there. But a lot of what they want him to do and ask him to do is it's in his wheelhouse. Don't read it, don't try to read the whole field. Read this part of the field. Take what the defense gives you. And I think that you guys are managing him the right way, even though the expectation for rookies now is out of this world. I think when you don't overplay him, oversaturate him, over playbook him, he knows just enough of the concepts that you want him to run. And when a quarterback can do that, they have confidence. They're throwing with confidence. They're seeing what they need to see. And really the best thing for y'all is having freaking Dan Quinn as the head coach and the defensive coordinator, because I guarantee you they are spending a lot of time together. A lot. And that's what makes all. I knew you guys were gonna be solid when Dan Quinn came, because I'm like, I seen how he turned our defense around the last couple of years that he was the only thing that he never really got tightened up or buttoned up was our run defense. That was the only part that he never really got us squared away as a Cowboy. So right now he is a top 5 quarterback in the league. And he's playing lights out, man. And you can see the confidence, you can see his swagger, and he's not overdoing it. I think you guys, got a jewel right there, and keep on building around it.
I think
And
they're
let
letting
me
him be
go ahead.
him, though. I think they're letting him be him. You know how a lot of times you got coaches that bring these rookies in and they're trying to even make a Tom Brady-ish type of pocket
Right.
quarterback type of thing. Oh, we don't want you running. We don't want you doing this. Even this year, as we watched Daniels run, everybody was like, "Oh, I'm getting scared. It's RG all over again." But at the end of the day, you got to let him be who he is. And again, he's bringing a certain energy, that young energy to the team, and they're allowing him to do that. And you just see the team like actually play around him. You got receivers trying to bail him out. You got the tight ends. Everyone is trying to bail him out and helping him make plays. And that to me is a successful teams. We don't see nowadays, if you think about it and watch a lot of games, wide receivers used to be a time back in the day where wide receivers would be bailing the quarterback out, the tight ends, all that type of stuff. But you don't see that a lot anymore. But you're seeing that within Washington team. And let's be honest, Dan Quinn is just a player's coach. Players want to play for Dan Quinn. He gets you fired up. And I think he learned a lot of lessons playing with us and seeing some of the dysfunctions that we had because we have to deal with someone like a Jerry Jones and everything else. And so he took that over to Washington, and these owners are allowing Dan Quinn to coach this team. So again, yes, we all say they're not really playing anybody, but they're playing their schedule. I mean, that used to be my argument for us. We play our schedule. I think like Nick, I think he was talking about the Baltimore game because I believe that's who you all have next. So that to me is going to be either a shootout like we saw with the Cincinnati. They got a defense, so it'll be interesting to see what y'all do with them.
Oh, I want to just say this. Let me say something real quick, Nick.
Go ahead.
Even though y'all are playing this is what will get you guys over the hump, right? Against the Ravens. Don't let it break or over don't let it break your accomplishments, and don't let it like give you the big head either. As if because you could get them. Like it's any given Sunday. Hey Adam, we don't seen some of these teams that nobody thought would win end up on the winning side of the game. And so my thing is this though.
You're right, but they're not beating Baltimore.
But this is all I'll say is I would this is not a litmus test of the success of how well you guys are doing. Don't take it as a litmus test. Just take it as this is what we've built up to, and you know which direction you're going into. Because sometimes a loss against a really dynamic team could really be the string that unravels everything. Or it could be the thing that brings the band together even better. So it's don't get too high, don't get too low. It is what it is. They do have the superstars being Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry on that side of the ball, and then their defense is littered with a bunch of players. So this is not a litmus test game, but this is just a game to see. Like you guys have improved every single week. And that's all you can ask going into this game. But I think if you guys give them a battle, whether it's win, lose, or draw, whatever, this wouldn't be a litmus test. And it doesn't even feel like a litmus test game for y'all. It felt like it for us, for the Cowboys, but it doesn't have the same feeling. Even though you guys are riding and winning and having some success right now, I don't think anybody feels like, well, this is to test to see where the Commanders are right now. It doesn't feel that way to me at this moment.
I'm sorry. I switch every time I hear Derrick Henry's name. I'm sorry.
Right.
Man.
He should be a Cowboy.
He's a monster, bro. Let me say two things. The first one, I want to make the point. I'm sorry. The young lady over here, what's your name? I'm terrible.
Danny.
That's the queen. That's the queen.
The queen. I like that. To your point, I just want to make 2 points. The football. Let me just say, we just got to take the game for what it is and nothing more. That's your point, kind of take it for what it is. To her point, receivers don't bail out quarterbacks as much as they used to because you got
Facts.
people like number 11 on your team. We had Aaron Donald just retired. It's a lot more quick people coming in the backfield, and the tight ends became a lot more prevalent too. So you see
Right.
the bailout when you got a mobile quarterback like him. And the RG3 thing, the most important thing they could tell him is get down, yo. Don't get down. Protect
Mhm.
yourself and get down. You know what I'm
There you
saying?
go.
The other thing, what I was gonna say is everything is overhyped nowadays. Like boxers can't take a loss. Every time something has the biggest deal, somebody beats somebody, it's the biggest deal because we're in an immediate gratification type of place as a country and a people right now. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And the people that are able to turn it down, turn the noise down, and deal with what their team and their plan is doing on the inside and function inside of that plan, those are the teams that have a chance to have success, in my opinion. And if the
Right.
Redskins can do that with Jaden Daniels, then that gives them a fair
Hold on, hold
chance.
on, hold on, Nick. They aren't the Redskins, so go back. You gotta rewind. They are not the
They the
Redskins.
Redskins. They the Redskins forever.
No, no, they're not. No, they're
Right.
not. You see,
They the Redskins forever.
I knew he wasn't the realest. I told y'all he is not reasonable. He is not
Hey,
real.
Listen,
listen.
that's what
My grand, my grand.
that's what makes him official. He's still calling the Redskins.
Yeah.
No, because if you call
That's
him the
only.
Redskins, then I'm gonna call him my nickname for him.
You can call them whatever you want. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. I ain't even gonna be mad at you. You allowed to hate the Redskins, bro. I ain't got no problem with it.
I hate the Redskins. I hate the Commodes.
That's good. That's
Okay,
good.
I hate y'all, and I
So
hate
look,
that word, and I hate that word hate. But y'all balling though. Y'all balling.
Y'all doing your
yeah.
damn thing.
I mean, bro, my father, my uncle, my grandfather, and everybody else in my family, but those three specifically who I was very close to, every Sunday we were together. They were yelling at the screen. Now my cousin, who's the same age as me, been at the whole way. We had season tickets forever, and all them people except my cousin are gone. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm,
gonna be the Redskins to me forever, and it's not gonna
right.
change. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe if they,
On,
I don't
on
know.
that
To me,
note,
they,
I respect that. I respect that. On that note, I
Big
you know
respect
what I
that. On
respect.
mean? Like,
that.
you
Salute.
know, there was no disrespect. If there was any disrespect towards Native American people, I wouldn't catch it coming out my mouth. But I know the real deal. I know that
Right.
Native Americans came up with the name Redskins to differentiate themselves from South Americans and white man. And we didn't never do
Mm,
nothing but honor Native Americans. Was never braves on the warpath. We thank them for fighting for old DC. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no disrespect. I'ma call my team what they are. I like the football team more than Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah,
oh,
I did
oh,
too.
that was the name prior to
You know
Yeah.
what I
the
mean?
football team.
Mailman,
I'm disgusted.
mailman.
I'm
You,
What
disgusted
you
over here.
discussing about,
you,
Phil?
you, you
And Phil
have
know the
it.
whole time. I'm trying to ask the question real quick. Phil, the whole time, all I see is them pearly whites smiling.
I wouldn't
I was
call
about
it
to
hater.
say, Danny. I was about to say the same thing,
What
Queen.
the hell is going on? You
He ain't said a word in 33 minutes.
don't get just a smile and them whites just
You
Hey,
know why?
let me
glistening.
You
say,
know why? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead,
let me
Nick.
say one thing, cause I wanted to give my man Phil some flowers real quick, bro. For two, did did my man the playmaker holler at you, bro?
Yep. No, no. I'm gonna talk to him again tomorrow.
No, but I'm saying he did say your name on the
Oh
joint from
yeah.
what I
Oh
seen,
yeah.
right? He showed love.
Yes, sir.
Now look, this man Phil, that's the reason why he's smiling like that. He got he got the most respectable job. He do it as good as he can do it. As far as people who ain't got no sense of self and look at other, they look at a mailman like it's nah, that's a glorious thing. He does it as well as he can, but he's a superstar. He's down with the dopest go-go band in the world, gets shout outs nonstop, DMV baby. And he got the playmaker holla at him. So I just really wanted to salute Phil. That's
Hold
one of
on.
the things I wanted to
My
do when he
man.
came on
Did
here.
Let's give Phil a round of
Salute.
applause,
did this
y'all.
did this did
Let's
this
give Phil a
did
round of
this
applause. How
did
why
this man just say you got the dopest go-go band?
No.
This is
He talk about that mentions me. I'm not in it. I'm not in the band.
I know you got. He said
You
the
not
shout
in
out.
it.
He said the
You
shout
not
out.
in it, but
Yep.
you in the roll call every damn
yeah.
show.
Yes.
I be
Yes.
smiling like that too.
Yes. And Nick, I appreciate that. And again, yes, Phil should get his flowers. However,
All
and
right.
we gave him a round
Let's
of
go.
applause and all of that. I love me some Phil. However, that still doesn't answer my question. That you over there, what are you over there smiling about? Not saying, I mean, you over there just cracking up, and we want to know as
What I'm
well,
laughing
so we can smile and crack up too.
What's on your mind, Phil?
Well, first of all, before y'all came on, before we went live, Adam told me he was listening to Northeast Groovers, right? And he said the whole time I'm listening to him, all I hear is mailman on the whole thing. I'm guessing, Nick, were you talking about Northeast Groovers or Backyard?
I mean, bro, both.
Okay.
I've heard both. They both shout you out, right?
Yep. I
Yeah.
love them both, and Junkyard. But look, I'm over here smiling because you guys wanted to come on here, and this. I just made this little platform for everybody, but I'm just enjoying all of this real football talk. Like, I'm so used to people arguing, and my team is great, your team sucks. I like this right here, where I got a Skins Commanders fan. We get Eagles fans. We get Giants fans. We get everybody on here, and we talk football, not just arguing or, you know what I mean?
It's real content.
We talk football. We talk football, not fanball.
Right. It's real content.
But
I
I'm
could
over
have came
here.
on here as a Redskins fan and literally fucked the conversation off for 45 minutes. But
Right.
instead,
Right.
I want to talk football because I mean, listen, I like the Cowboys more than I like no football.
Right.
There you
I
go.
got
Right.
you. Damn,
Yeah.
Nick, you've been dropping some little, sprinkles around here. Dropping
Dropping some
He,
jewels.
he dropping a little bit of jewels, ain't he?
Yeah, Adam. Like, damn, Nick.
I'm a writer. I'm a producer. You
You
know what I
a
mean?
writer, not you a writer, not a biter.
So
That
look,
too.
what I'm over here smiling also about is I'm noticing your Adam's face from the time Nick came on here has changed. He done changed you because he's a real football fan, not just the typical Skins fan that comes on here, right?
Yeah,
I can
real
deal with.
football fans. We missing the Chiefs game right now.
No, I'm watching the game right now. Don't even get that twisted. I'm watching the game right now.
Same here. That's why I keep doing like this. I'm like, what?
But no. I'm liking what I'm hearing from old Nick and Knight. I'm liking what I'm hearing from Nick and Knight. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I can deal with football. I can deal with football content. I can't deal with the just the chaos of going back and forth about, oh, your team sucks, my team's better, y'all are 4-1, we lost to this team, y'all got blown. Man, look, all that we all watch the same thing. We see what's going on. We know the obvious. Let's talk about
We both ain't won since the 90s.
exactly.
Right.
So again, that part. Now when we get to November 24th, that's going to be a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you
Yeah.
on that one, Adam. I'm
Hey,
definitely
It's
Adam.
going to be a
on that
whole
one.
different conversation, but we still need to be able to come here afterwards and have a real conversation about what happened in the game, right?
Yeah.
Big facts.
As long as I can start my conversation off with, we won, we kicked y'all ass. And then now let's talk football.
Hey, Adam.
Adam, this is the question. You said Flournoy over Kelvin Harmon. What's your why? And I'll tell you my why for Harmon.
Uh-oh.
Nah,
He was like, I don't want to talk about that shit. Bye, y'all.
I'm telling you,
Hey,
Harmon
John,
is.
you've been over there thinking about that for a minute as we all
I
been
have been.
laughing.
I
You was
can't
like, I'm
let.
gonna get back to this one real quick.
Hey, Coach, before you go, I heard today,
I can't hear nobody.
Brian Broadus. He just brought up a point about Flournoy.
I can't hear y'all.
Oh, you can't hear us?
Hold on. Where Brian Broadus at?
He was on the radio
Okay.
today.
Okay.
But he can you hear us now, Adam? He still can't hear us. You still can't hear us?
I can't hear y'all.
He might have to log out and log back in if he could do that.
Can someone? I can.
Oh, to put in the chat.
Okay. But look, he said that Flournoy is actually the fastest receiver on the roster.
So speed for me is not always Dak's best friend. I don't know. He hasn't had a real fast, high flying receiver. But I know possession receivers are something that he loves.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the part that I feel like Kelvin Harmon brings. He's a big body. He's going to run somebody over. You know, he's going to get you some yak. He's going to get you those yards that when it's 3rd and 4 and he gets it and he gets hit at 3 yards, he's going to fall to 4 or 5. He's going to get a first down. That's the stuff that Dak needs. A body like Tolbert, he's a bigger body.
Right.
You know, he's not a small receiver. And those bigger bodies mean so much for him. Like you think about like when we had 13 Gallup.
Gallup, uh-huh.
It took Dak a year to be able to throw him the deep ball consistently and get it to him right. But he only had basically the deep ball. He didn't have no other concepts of not that he didn't have the concepts, but he really never ran no other routes. Like that was like his big thing, you know, beating somebody down the field. I feel like with Kelvin Harmon, I feel like we're getting a lot for a very little, like a small price. I think he's one of those guys, and I hope they're warming him up and revving him up. He's one of those guys, maybe week 7, week 8. If he gets some opportunity, I think he's going to take advantage of it. And I think that for me, I truly feel that he can beat a Robin to CD. Yeah, as
so
Batman.
You'd put him up over Tolbert already.
He's over Tolbert for me. He is.
And
like
even when Brandon Cooks comes back.
He's over for me. He is like those 4 catches that I seen him catch and how he catches and the stuff that he did. The very first catch, he ran somebody over, ran a safety over. He's just nasty. Like he got a lot of attitude with him. Like he's like one of those dudes that he's waiting to prove himself.
You sound like you're describing the X, man. You sound like you're describing Dan.
That's him,
right?
I'm telling you.
But don't y'all agree that none of them dudes that you name really drop balls like that?
Right.
They not. And so for me, I take it back to Dak. Because if he's feeling good, he gonna put the ball on any of them, bro.
Right. You're right.
But the falling forward for a couple more yards, I'm with you on that though.
Yeah, so he's one of those guys where he's gonna drive DBs and safeties mad because his frame is different than everybody else's. You know, he's not gonna just blow right by you type of dude, but he's gonna catch the football and he's gonna punish you type of guy. That's him. And that's what's different than most other receivers because they'll catch the ball, they trying to shake and bake you, you know, maybe get the extra yard forward. I feel like he's gonna get it 9 times out of 10.
Okay.
For me.
Hey, since you brought up fast receivers, could I speak on something a little outside of this real quick?
Yeah.
Deshaun Jackson, one of my good friends, and the podcast that I produce on is Shady and his podcast.
Okay.
And what I just put together with DraftKings is we about to start doing the races on DraftKings, bro, and putting the odds on them with different people. Shady and Aaron Donald rematch is going to be the first one. Then we got Gilly and Aaron Donald on a race. We got what's my man name? Number 43 used to return kicks for the Saints.
43.
He was a running back too.
Sproles.
Sproles.
Yeah, Sproles, yeah.
Sproles went to race Deshaun, and What y'all think about that? What y'all think
They
about
gonna
that
race.
idea?
Wait. They gonna race Deshaun Jackson?
Oh, they
wanna
gonna get
raise him,
smoked.
That's not even fair.
but they
And you
want to
can put
raise
and you
him
can
though.
put money on that.
Yo, that's what
Yeah,
we doing. We making it so that they putting the my idea was to place the odds for these
Right.
races on DraftKings, bro.
Hell yeah.
What the goal of mine is to set up a couple, then start like a season and have the finale. Hear me
Uh-huh.
out. Noah Lyles versus Tyreek in the finale, since they've been fighting about who faster. If we can do
Right.
that,
Okay.
The Olympian. Again,
I like
yeah.
that.
I mean,
like
I
that.
would tune in. I would bet too. Shit.
Hell yeah.
there you
Hey,
go.
shoot.
I'm gonna let y'all know as soon as it's up. I'll let Mailman know if nothing else.
Okay. All right. Hey,
Well,
look,
shoot,
y'all made some good points about these wide receivers though, and even saying about what kind of receivers that Dak likes. So maybe because I've been wondering why every team that I see Brandon Cooks go to, he's 1,000-yard receiver. But with Dallas, he doesn't seem to be that effective, right?
He hasn't even hit 100 yet.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So maybe from what you guys are saying, they needed to keep Amari Cooper instead of going to get Brandon Cooks.
Big fact.
He needs a better route runner or
That's what he
possession
likes.
receivers than
That's
the
what he
speed
likes.
guy. Yeah.
That's
So
he.
again, our front office just fails us, man.
We all know
But
Amari
do you
Cooper
blame? But can you blame a little bit of play calling and Mike McCarthy for that too, though?
Yeah, but everything you guys are saying is that Dak is more of a precise pinpoint passer instead of like Jaden Daniels is more of he can get up the field. Like he uses the speed guys. But Dak is, you know what I'm saying, precise and getting it to Jake Ferguson or CD or Amari Cooper.
Daniels is like dink or dunk or go down the
Or
field.
all out. Right.
And my man Dak, when he's on fire and it's almost impossible to stop when he's like that, is like 15 to 20-yard receptions. You know what I'm saying? And that when he's on doing that,
right,
it's hard to beat.
You figured because Dak is in a place to where the anticipated throws or thrown with anticipation is huge. Thrown into tight windows, he can do that. Like, and that's almost like he's an artist. He's painting.
Right.
You know, it's not about just giving you the finale. Like he wants to build it up. Like he's and that hurts more. Like it hurts more.
Listen, that I compare him to Romo, bro, because Romo got Hall of Fame numbers, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like when they're on, they put that's what freaks me out so much about Dak and Lamar. Well, Lamar ain't as tight as that, but let's just stick with Dak. My bad. When Dak is on, he's in a window like this and he can hit it.
Right.
And that's what freaks me out about. I mean, I like to see it because I'm not a Cowboys fan, but I'm a fan.
Right.
I wouldn't mind if we're not gonna win. I wouldn't mind seeing somebody from our division do well. And Dak, he just kind of like it's all about his confidence. It's all about the pressure he feels. When he can quiet the pressure, he can put it in a box like this.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Man.
Can you hear us yet, bro?
Can you hear?
All right,
He had
good.
to get back to the room.
Yeah,
He can hear.
yeah.
Okay.
I was down in the lobby.
You missed it.
I was down in the lobby and my headphones were good.
Hey,
missed
man,
it.
You ain't
You
missing
missed
me.
it. Nick was talking
You ain't
about the
missing me.
Commanders going to the Super Bowl this year.
Hey.
Who?
I say you missed it. Nick was talking about the Commanders going to the Super Bowl this year.
Hey, I wouldn't dare.
Nick,
I
I'm
would
fucking with
not
Adam.
dare.
He's frozen. Look at him. He was frozen.
Hey, yo, hey, Queen, you can't do that to him. He liable to wild out. You can't be lying to him like that, man.
Hey, so Adam.
They win 4 games and y'all holler Super Bowl. Come on. What's up?
Hey,
What's
Adam.
up,
Hey, Nick, I got a question for you because this is why when y'all was saying I was sitting back here smiling, part of it was I was happy to see how you won over one of my Cowboys fans, right? That's my big bro right there, right? and you run them over within 10 minutes, right? But I'm also over here disgusted because I'm sick of Dan Quinn. I looked at that whole Cleveland and Washington game, right? And I'm sick of him because he stole so many of our players. I saw Dorrance Armstrong.
Yes.
I saw so many of our ex-players over there that we could have just kept. If we
Hey, you know what else he did?
He
That man
didn't steal him.
Huh?
He put my boy Wagner in a place to win, yo. That's what having that defensive coordinator at good. He put my old ass Wagner in a place to win, yo.
And all of us
didn't steal him.
Didn't all of us want Dallas to go get Bobby Wagner?
He didn't steal him. None of them. That's our owner's fault for not re-signing them.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So back to my point, it start with the owner, man.
Yep.
Started with the owner. Right. So what did I miss while I was gone for 7 minutes?
I'm gonna let Coach, because he had a question for you. So I want to hear what you got to say about this question.
About Florida.
I gave my take on Kelvin Harmon. I think I pretty much put a good for sale sign on him, like yo, he could be that guy, because of what he brings and what Dak likes, and how Dak likes to throw the ball. I'm not sure if you heard about Flournoy being the fastest. Mailman had mentioned he's the fastest receiver that we have, but Dak isn't about throwing to fast receiver. He likes his precision. He likes for you to be where you're supposed to be on time. And I feel like with Kelvin Harmon, if it's say third and 4, 3rd and 3, or whatever it is, 3rd and 4, let's say 3rd and 5, he'll catch it for 3, and he's gonna fall to the 5th yard. I don't feel like we have other receivers outside of CD that's going to be able to give us that forward momentum like that. So he's a bigger body. He's a bigger target. He has strong hands. And what sold me on him was seeing that first preseason game when he caught I think it was like a short, skinny post, and he ran a dude over, and he got a couple extra yards after that. So that's why I'm sold on him more than because we haven't had no speedy receivers. That not that Dak can't work with a speedy receiver, but I do think that Dak likes big bodies.
Right.
And I feel like Kelvin Harmon is one of those big bodies, big target. He got hands for days, and I think that he's the guy that can be the Robin to our Batman.
You sound you sound like you describing Dez or T.O. though, man.
Yeah, he's one of those for me.
Right.
Hey,
okay.
real quick. I got 6% left battery, so when I die, I'm here till I die. Just so y'all know.
Okay. All right, man.
Enjoy
you.
I don't know. I don't need you to die, Nick and Knight. You got to stay alive, bro. Because November 24th is coming.
See, I told
November
you.
24th is coming.
Nick's sticking this shit out until his battery die. That's some real shit.
As soon as my phone die, I'm finna go get this Caribbean food for me and wifey. You know what I'm saying? So
bang bang. So what
don't want him over, boy.
So what was your question, Coach?
Yeah, so sell me on Flournoy. Why him over Kelvin Harmon? He's on our practice squad, but I feel like he needs to be one of the guys by no later than week 7, week 8.
To me, Flournoy he has the speed, and he has that Dez in him as well.
Okay.
He's not Flournoy is not he is not a little receiver. He has a little size to him.
Okay.
So he's not afraid to go across the middle. He catches with his hands. He's a great route runner. I'm mind boggled why he or Harmon both aren't in the wide receiver rotation.
Right.
To be honest, I like Tolbert.
I do too.
But if you bring Flournoy and you bring Harmon, you already got CD and you keep Tolbert. Now where you got what Gadget plays for Turpin? Where does that leave Brandon Cooks? You know what I mean? So are we just gonna let these guys go? You're not putting them on the practice squad. You're not, you know what I mean? So we to me, we got too much at that one position. When we can make some move, we can shift some things around, and we can get some picks for future because they're all young. They're all young. Every receiver we got except for Cooks is young.
Right.
With upside to them. They all have upside.
Let me just say this real quick. Cooks hasn't. Nick said this earlier. I mean, I think Mailman said it too. I think Mailman. But everywhere Cooks has been, he's been 1,000-yard receiver. Mailman said it.
Mm-hmm.
He has yet to hit 100 in a game yet. So he hasn't been what we thought he was going to be.
Well, they're not utilizing.
That's what I said. I said, don't you put that on the coach?
He's not the focal point. He's not the focal point of what he was when he was in Houston.
Right.
He's not the focal point. You know what I mean?
He was the number one out there. He was the number one in most places.
Point in New Orleans. You know what I mean? He has been relegated to. He was at one point the number 3.
Right.
When we had Gallup, he was the number 3.
Right.
So your numbers aren't gonna be the same when you're
good 1, 2, 3, bro.
Huh?
That was a good 1, 2, 3.
If we used it right, we had dumb coordinators. You had Kellen Moore, Mailman's favorite coordinator.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Exactly. But we had coordinators that did not know how to utilize the 3 of them. They wanted to focus on CD.
Yep.
Gallup was the over the top. And then what did we start doing? We started implementing the tight ends.
Well, last night's game was prime example. He stopped going to CD. He tried to get CD a few times, and then after a while, Dak was like, you know what? We got a whole team here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start using everybody. We was even using a fullback. I mean, come on. Yes, bring the fullbacks back.
You got to give CD his credit though, because CD he held up 2 people because their safety was helping out. He got doubled every play.
Agreed.
So that's why
he got doubled on the game. He got doubled on the game with the touchdown.
Exactly. And when
you watch that play, CD took 2 defenders with him when they came across him out.
If you were a defensive coordinator, wouldn't you double team CD?
Hell yeah, you got to.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Washington better because they don't have a one-on-one corner.
Yeah. But that was the point that I just want CD to embrace that for right now. And just be a team
How many
player.
one-on-one corners
That's
is it for CD though?
Not
many.
How many one-on-one corners is it for CD? Bro, like when he got the size, he got everything. I mean, even Darryl Green struggled with Michael Irvin and bigger receivers. You know what I mean? Like, how many one-on-ones is it really for CD? If your man Dak, if y'all man Dak,
I know that's your man. I know that's your man. Yeah.
Yo, for some reason, I like to see people reach their full potential, and I feel like his full potential is like up here. But like, you know, don't it become about him though? Right? Because with those bigger receivers like CD, bro, we don't even need to talk about CD. He's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to talk about. He the one.
This discussion wouldn't even be happening right now if they would have kept Amari Cooper. You had Amari Cooper and CD. You didn't even need a number 3.
Right.
And he was already signed.
Amari Cooper ain't look bad against us last week.
Who looks good playing with Deshaun
Watson? Like, I mean, come on. Do y'all feel like he just gave up and he done? Like, what the hell is going on?
But look at how bad Mayfield was there, and look how good he is where he's at now. People go there to die, bro. Like,
yeah.
You know what happened? You know what happened with Deshaun?
That was all money. All money.
Now you know what happened with Deshaun?
Money.
Nah, it ain't the money. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is. You done took away what relaxed the man. He needed to.
He missed his happy ending.
He talking about You talking about his
Nothing
massage? You talking about his massage therapy?
He
I
needs
see.
Yeah,
massages.
now he got to go get male masseuses. You know,
Oh,
he can't relax.
He
He
gotta
supposed to
have.
be
He
with
gotta
him
have his
all
shit.
time,
He gotta
y'all.
have his shit monitored.
He don't even want
Right,
massages no more.
Yeah, he
right.
got to be on his best behavior, and that shit is driving him crazy.
Didn't he catch
He
another
can't
charge
play.
recently or accusation?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
something
saw that.
resurfaced.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know that type of shit can throw you off too.
that's true.
yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
That is very true.
So
Yep.
it's hard. You know, you think about life changing events, and you know, him having, you know, freaking Robert Kraft liked him too. Evidently,
Hmm.
didn't he
I
get
bet
caught
he
in
did.
Florida?
I
Yeah.
bet
You
Robert
know,
Kraft did. We know what Robert Kraft
Now
like too. So.
Robert Kraft didn't get caught doing nothing against what the females wanted though. He just got caught
right,
going in the rubbing tug. And this
right,
dude, Robert Kraft, drove 2 different Bentleys on 2 different days like he wanted to be seen.
right, right.
Very true.
Where we at now,
I
Phil? Where
feel
we at
bad.
now,
I
bro?
feel bad for Cooper though, y'all. I really did. I watched that
Yeah,
game with Amari, and you could just
Yeah.
see his frustrations and everything. But he's trying to hang in there, and he is being that type of receiver. But I feel so bad for Coop. I really do. I was hoping that Jerry would watch and be like, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring Cooper on back here. And let all bygones be got bygones. COVID is
Hug it out.
gone. We ain't
Hug
worried
it out.
about shots and all of
He
that
did it.
stuff
He did.
anymore.
He did it with
And
Zeke. He did
go
it with
ahead and
Zeke.
bring Coop back, like y'all
Yep.
did with Zeke. Bring Coop
Yep.
back. I
Like
was
like
starting
the
to
Chiefs,
petition for that.
just did with Hunt.
right,
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
And
right.
McCole Hardman. And Hardman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
We got enough
hold on.
time.
Before we talk about bringing somebody back, do you think Tolbert has moved up over Brandon Cooks even when he comes
Yes.
back?
Yes.
he does.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree. Now,
Yes.
how about Rico Dowdle? Has he taken over for that starting
yo,
running
He's
back?
the number one running back.
Yes,
He's
and
our
I
number
never
one
thought
running back.
Zeke. Let me just say this about Zeke. I never
Mhm.
thought that we were supposed to be using Zeke anyways as an RB, one. I thought he was just supposed to necessarily be there for the goal lines when we would get
Yeah,
in the red zone, and we
right,
needed him for that. But it seemed like when we started the season, they started to use Zeke like he was the number one, and I thought this was supposed to be a rotation, a committee, type of thing.
Right.
But again, yes. So to your point, yes, I take him over Zeke because. But my thing with that is I need them to use him better than running up the middle shit is just not going to work. That's not going to work for us with our run game. We got to be a little bit creative, and he is.
But that's
Waddle
what
is
he
the guy
did. That's
that
what
can
he
do that
did
for
though.
us, though.
Mhm.
But that's what Zeke do though.
But
right,
Zeke, that's my thing. That's what Zeke does. That's Zeke's run game. But that run game with Zeke now, even going up the middle, he ain't running people over no more either. So we got to get a little bit more creative when it comes to that running back. So yes, Phil, I would take him over Zeke right now for sure.
Hold on,
yeah.
ain't Tolbert the one that just caught that winning touchdown
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
with a man on his back?
Mhm.
Hey,
Yep.
he still better be important when people come back from injury.
Yes.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because
That
And-
play,
you know what?
that play was important in a big game, yo.
Hell yeah.
It was huge. Well, you
Hell
think
yeah.
about it. Tolbert proved in that game that he can be dependable when it counts.
Mhm.
I think that when you look at Cooks, there's only certain routes that because he's a speed guy.
Mhm.
So there's only certain routes that he's really gonna. He had the nice one catch. It was like a slant that he caught last game. But then he kind of just faded to black. You didn't hear no more from him. So he's
Yep.
not like a every down or a crucial down receiver.
Yep.
If
And
it's third and 15,
in all fairness, if you're gonna be that type of receiver, I'll bring Deshaun back. Like you
right,
gotta be that. Deshaun really only had 2 things he could do: go deep or break that bitch off.
right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
if you're not doing that right, that speed ain't doing a lot for you, especially when you
It's
have more
really not
effective receivers.
right. And I think that and this and I said this probably about week 2, week 3. This is the Cowboys' fate, right? We're gonna go as far as Dak Arms take us right now. If Dak is hot, we gonna win. If Dak is not, it's gonna be ball game because our run game is not gonna do it. And we don't have enough of other things. Like I feel like Dak can get us to the 50 at least every drive, so we can at least get 3 points. That's something that Dak can do. It's gonna be all on Dak's arm. 30, 35, 40 times a game, he's gonna have to throw the football.
45, 50.
Right.
I mean,
it is what it is.
Make him Marino. Turn him into
Dak-
Dan Marino.
if Dak is on his shit, isn't it safe to say anything can happen, yo, with y'all team?
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
It's
Anything
facts.
can happen with y'all team if Dak is on his thing, bro. Like, I don't know what happened last year. I don't know what happens whenever he in the playoffs. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happened to Lamar in the playoffs. All I know is I hope if we make the playoffs, that ain't what happens to Jaden Daniels.
What happens to us?
Go ahead.
Hey, you just need to worry about goddamn Sunday. Stop worrying about the playoffs. Don't think that far ahead right now. Y'all
Ain't it
just need to
Thursday?
worry
Ain't it
about
Thur-
the
is it-
next game.
Is it Sunday? I thought it was this Sunday. Yeah, it is Sunday. My
Yeah.
bad. You right.
So
Yeah,
look,
they was trying to
I
flex
think
y'all.
I think what happens with what's been happening with Dak since he's been playing in the playoffs is we haven't. I don't think that we've ever played with like a lead. It's always like we're behind the ropes, then we're forced to throw it more and more and more. The defense ain't doing us any favors. They're gashing us. They're running all over us. And so now it becomes, all right, Dak, take your cape off. We need Superman. And so now he's
But in
forced.
all fairness, y'all be 3 and outing though, which makes it so much more difficult on the defense.
Right. That too. But when we're not, and I said this earlier, and when this broadcast first opened up, is I don't want us to receive the ball no more. If we win the coin toss, I'd rather us go on defense. I'd rather get the ball after,
Defer to the second half.
If always.
Yeah.
Because you already know whether you got your 15 scripted or not, whatever it is. Like by the time the second quarter ends, you have good footing. You know exactly, you know the you got a good feel for the game. And then if you're getting the ball at halftime, let's say we get 3 and then we're getting the ball and then we march down the field and get 7. That's a 10-point swing right there. 10 to 14 points that we could potentially be looking at. And we can, and if we go with Phil's logic, and Adam agrees, and I agree as well, no huddle.
Yes, sir.
You know, and now no huddle doesn't mean that the tempo has to be fast. It's like, oh no, you can't take him off the field. Somebody's gonna have to be injured in order for an injury timeout. That's what's gonna have to start saving y'all.
That's it. You know, we don't have to be in a hurry. We don't have to be in a hurry. But if you try to sub, snap that ball.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I like I'm seeing with Jaden Daniels and the Redskins is that they getting back to the line quick, bro. They rushing it. They putting pressure on the defense. And for him to be able to do that young, him and Dan Quinn, whoever said that, I think I don't remember who said it, but him and Dan Quinn have to be in regular communication, yo.
They are. And
I'm just letting y'all know I'm gonna die any minute. So respect and salute to everybody when I go.
Salute.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Nick.
Look, he was right on cue. Look at that. He went out too. Now, hey, speaking of that, I got disappointed last night with one thing. Every time, if you guys ever notice, when New England used to get a 3rd and 1 or a 4th and 1, you remember Tom Brady used to go no huddle and rush up to the line of scrimmage. You knew what it was going to be, right? A quarterback sneak, right?
Right.
Dak weighs way more than Tom Brady, right?
Right.
And you got Zeke or Rico Dowdle or even Lipke in the backfield, right? Why don't they get up to the line of scrimmage real quick anytime it's a 3rd and 1? Why do you need to huddle up, get up to the line of scrimmage, quarterback sneak? What's wrong with that? Not only
Nothing.
that, they threw the ball.
Didn't we holler quarterback sneak last night twice on that
Yes.
goal line?
Yes.
And they handed the ball off.
But
Right.
no, not even that. Did you see the one where it actually was a first down because they threw a ball.
Oh,
he caught it
yeah.
sideways,
Yep.
and they pushed him back, but they
Yep.
ran up to the line of scrimmage. It was 3rd and 1, and they threw
They
the
handed it off to
ball.
Zeke.
They
y'all
had
thought
that
they
Zeke
handed it off to
struggle.
Zeke.
He did a
Zeke,
little
but they pitched it back 3 yards. I
Yes.
hate that shit.
But
I
why
never
not just do a
understand that
quarterback
shit. When you
sneak?
need 1 yard, why are you
Fall
pitching
forward.
it back 3 more yards to now it's 3rd and 4? And Zeke barely got over the line with that shit.
But why
I'm-
not just
I'm-
make it why not just do a quarterback sneak?
I think this is why. He cost $60 million. You don't play games like that with that. That's not. You don't play
no, I
games.
can't
You
agree
telling
with you on that
me
one.
that Prescott is more fragile than Slim?
No,
little
no,
Tom
no.
Brady? Oh,
No.
Okay.
I'm not. This is my logical thinking of
Okay.
why they don't. Not that they shouldn't. I believe that they should, but then it's like anything can happen, and I think you can't play football being scary because
Right.
anything can happen at any moment, anyway. I think you just have to play football. It's a
Right.
brutal sport. You know,
Okay.
it's you gotta live with it and die with it. And I think that they're just maybe erring to the side of caution because this game right here, I mean, I think we were in control of that game last night by all accounts. Yards, time of possession, first downs, like we were really, the score didn't reflect how much we dominated last night. I wish the score would have been more reflective. However, when it came down to it, when we had to, I think when we were in those gotta have it downs, like in the critical moments, we were able to come through, and it wasn't just relying on CD. We used Hunter Lumpke to one time, who got us down like really deep in the red zone on a nice little play to the side, little swing pass, screen pass, gets us deep in the red zone.
Yeah.
And so, and I think that the more we can be creative with our players and kind of use them in different ways, like Hunter he's more than just a fullback. I feel like he's actually a really good skill player that we can use in different ways and can be a matchup nightmare at some point. I feel like Tolbert, matchup nightmare at some point, or can be. So I think we're definitely moving in the right direction. But to your point, man, we gotta not be afraid of going for doing a quarterback sneak when we're 3rd and short. Just go for it. Like this is we all in or not? Are we gonna do this or not? And so you can't play football scared, because that's when you really get hurt. When you're playing scared.
Yesterday.
And it really was.
I just want to see that for the next few weeks. A team. It took a team win yesterday. Even though I still had problems with some of the things with the defense, I still never understood why we were only rushing 4. And I mean, those are little quirks. We're still playing off of receivers and things of that nature. Those are things that I really think that we gotta clean up big time, because there was a few, even when the other quarterback came in, it was no way we should not have had him on his ass that he was able to pick up key third downs. No, he had 2 positive plays, and we were still rushing only 4 to him. And so that didn't make sense. And we were playing far off of the receivers that we made him look like Joe Montana for 2 minutes.
Danny, that's a hell of a point that you make. I think like when there's blood in the water, you got to attack, and I feel like we were definitely just playing too conservative.
Yes.
If the number one is down and you got this backup quarterback that's never seen the light of day, you got to make him feel like he's not ready, and he has to look like he's not ready, not like he's ready to be the next man up. Because that's what y'all made him look like.
Yes.
If he had to do a whole drive, he might have had some success.
He might have had some success.
You know what I would have did?
What's
you know
that?
what I would have did?
What's that, Adam?
We going man to man, and I'm blitzing 3 straight.
Hell
games.
yeah.
Yes,
Hell yeah.
that's what
I'm
I'm
not
telling you,
giving
Adam.
him.
Yes.
I'm not giving him time to think
Time to
about
do
nothing.
shit. Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Right.
That's it.
Lock up.
And
You
we
gonna
did
have
not.
you. Who came in? Who was the quarterback that came
I
in for
forgot
them?
Number
his name.
4. I don't even know his name. Number 4.
That's the thing. We just know that he
Obviously,
picked up
he
the
hadn't
first
thrown.
three
He
first
hadn't
downs.
thrown a pass in 5 weeks in the NFL.
Right. Right.
And we only rushed
He's
4.
coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench cold.
Cold.
Ice cold.
And we only rushed 4. Like,
I'm
I don't
sending
understand that.
7. I might
Right.
send 8, depending on who
Right.
they have.
Right.
And you're gonna have to prove to me that you can throw a perfect pass.
Yes.
All right.
Right.
So,
Under pressure.
so do you guys think that they're backing off like that because of Bland and Carson being out?
If
Well,
that's the
Carson,
case,
I don't like Carson. He needs more time to develop.
Right,
I
but
like
he's only a
Omar-
rookie.
I
He's
like
only a
Carson.
rookie.
I like Carson. I like
Yeah,
Carson.
he's
I-
only a rookie.
I like
Yeah, he is only a rookie. I think
What-
he has
I like
potential.
Carson. I like
What I-
Carson.
What I don't like.
He's got a little fire to him. Yes, he's a
Okay.
rookie, but he has a little fire to him,
Yes,
and
he
you
has.
need that. The corner position is one of the hardest positions to play
Agreed.
in football because
Oh, I
of the
know.
simple fact of schemes. And when you get put on an island and you got to
Mhm.
face number 1 receiver, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, or CD Lamb,
Mhm.
you're a rookie, and they're asking you to go against an all-pro.
Right.
And let's be honest, those receivers are
What's
tall,
the chances?
big.
What is the chances of you winning that matchup?
Very slim.
Right,
Very-
but we got
He has the
Diggs for
fire.
that. We got
He
Diggs
has-
for that.
He has the. I just like his fire that he has, and he's willing to take the challenge.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
He's a
But
rookie.
he was out though.
I'm not expecting him to go out here and hold Terry McLaurin to 3 catches and 27 yards. No, Terry's going to win his battles.
Yeah.
He's
But
going to
Phil,
win
no.
some, he's going to lose. At least he's giving me a chance. You know what I mean? He's a fighter's chance. That's all I need. You give me that, I can work with the rest, because what's going to happen is more game, more confidence. More confidence, better your play.
Let me ask you this. So if we compare, I think his name is Omari Ruwa, whatever, the number 27, our other corner that we had in. I like his play better than Carson's play, maybe because he has some experience.
Right.
He has he's taller. He's taller 1.
And
He has
Uh-huh.
experience 2.
Yeah.
So again, that's the luxury that we have.
Right.
Right.
Because
Right.
again, if whatever the number 27, if he can actually step his game all the way up,
Mm-hmm.
do you move Bland back into the slot where he started?
You
What
can
about
do
when
that.
Carson comes back? Is 27 even on the field?
I feel like his experience in that one game, just because this is where, and I get it. My son played corner. He's in college now playing football. And he's played corner, so I know exactly. He faced receivers like you, big, tall. He's what is my son, 6 feet? But anyway, so when I saw Deron Bland play for the first time in preseason, was it last year? I was like,
No.
year before, right? Year before.
Year before.
I said, I'm telling people like, this dude can play.
Right.
This dude. So the traits, and maybe because Bland has for me personally, because I love the position, just watching my son play, has raised the bar for me. When I see Carson, he has some traits, but I didn't see in Carson, and they're 2 different players, 2 different styles. And I like Bland more than I like Diggs at times. I feel like Diggs is a big risk taker at corner. Diggs, he wants to play the ball and not the man. Like Diggs,
people are gonna run by Diggs from time to time. I feel like Bland actually plays corner the way that you should play it as a corner. You know, I got my player first, the receiver first, then the ball.
Okay.
Diggs plays it the opposite way. But go ahead, Danny.
A question about Diggs, though. Do y'all think of just watching him these last couple of games? Do y'all think that he has that injury bug scared thing going on? Like, you know, when Dak came back, Dak didn't look like himself after his injury. And do y'all think Diggs is not really giving his all right now because he still has that mental about the injury?
It's psychological.
It's a
psychological
mental thing, right? Adam?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always going to be when you coming back from those type of injuries, whether it's an ACL, Achilles, and because of the position that he plays, you have to use your speed and your cut, stop and go. Those, as much as you're trying not to re-aggravate or re-injure that one, now you got to think about you could be putting so much strain on your upper, and you could re-injure that.
Right.
So playing, it's a mental game, and once he gets past that part,
he'll be back.
And he's confident and okay, hey,
that's
I gotta
it,
go
Adam.
out.
That's the word right there that I was looking for. I don't see that confident dig that I normally have.
He's still using that. He's laboring that injury, and it's always going to be psychological.
That's what I was saying.
You got to think. We haven't had Bland and Diggs both at the corner at the same time.
We have.
I was hoping for that shit this year. I was excited for that.
When they both were at the height of their time.
Right.
Just imagine if we could have had both of them.
We will when
Bland come back. When is he going to come back? And then will Bland go through that?
Bland probably won't.
With that mental.
Bland probably won't be coming back until after the bye week and maybe even after that 49er game. I don't know if they're going to rush him back for that.
But did we say that about him?
I would literally. He's going to be mental too. But again, for him, this is why I say if number 27 or Carson's can build themselves up to hold down the corner, you can bring Bland in the slot to where you're not on an island and you can work yourself back up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You're not covering the number 1 or the number 2. You're covering the number 3. You can hold your own on a number 3 or number 4, or even going against a tight end.
Right, and getting yourself mentally prepared, body physically back to all of it.
Diggs has no choice but to go back to the corner.
Right.
He has no choice. So you got to just build that confidence, knowing that, hey, I'm going to have to go face Justin Jefferson. I'm going to go have to face Jamar Chase. I'm going to go have to face the number 1 guy, and I want that challenge. You're going to win some. You're going to lose some.
Right, facts.
Because he's still playing with the mental. He's still playing with the mental of his injury. He's gonna. That's always going to be there.
So I think with Bland though, with the big difference in the type of injury, because Diggs is the ACL, that's in the knee.
Right.
Bland's dealing with the foot injury. You know, he didn't break nothing. You know, so I think that the bounce back for him, maybe the confidence is gained a lot sooner. You know,
it's all depending on how that foot heals. The healing is always the issue. Everybody doesn't heal the same. Everybody doesn't recover the same way. So we just don't know until you actually get out on that field and test it. Right. Workouts, all that other stuff, strengthening and all that, that's all good. But until you actually get into the heat of the battle, and you really know what it's about, when you really got these 365-pound linemen running at you and they really trying to knock you over, and you got your wide receivers really running a route and not just going through the motions, that's when you're going to know if you're ready.
Right.
Hey, y'all, you know what? Y'all just encouraged me. You know why? I just wrote down something. So if this defense can just hold on, by the end of this regular season, we get Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Bland, Carson, and Nealon that just got hurt yesterday. All of those guys come back.
Right.
So if we could just hold it down, and they'll be fresh for the playoffs if we can make the playoffs.
Yes.
Right.
No, not if, when we make the playoffs, because we making the playoffs.
We
Damn.
take it
I'm
one-
we
we
got a
take it
fresh
I'm
one game at
stamping
a
that
time,
shit.
Queen.
I'm stamping
yeah.
that. Sorry.
Yeah, put it in the
I know
universe.
1 week. I know
Put it in
1
the
week at a
universe.
time, but that's just not in my DNA, Adam. I gotta stamp shit when I gotta stamp it.
There you go.
My question is, speaking of stamping, we got a big game ahead of us now. We got
Okay.
Detroit coming up.
Mhm.
One thing I will say that got on my nerves again last night, that made me drink plenty is the penalties. The
Yeah.
false starts and we went 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. Like, we gotta clean that shit up. That was irritating. And now
That's
we're
coach-
going against a good Detroit team. So what do we need to do in order to
Are they,
beat Detroit?
are they good?
Who they play? I mean, I don't have the. Hey Phil, can you pull it up?
You mean this week?
We played
Yeah,
Detroit.
We played Detroit.
No, what I'm saying is, who did Detroit play? Because Adam brings a good point. He said, "Are they good?" And so I don't know who they played so far to say.
Wait a minute, let me pull it up.
Look, I just saw them play against Seattle.
They just played Seattle last Monday night.
And they
At
look
home,
superb.
At home, who looks superb?
Both teams, they look great on offense.
But Seattle just lost to the Giants.
Yeah, true.
So
Okay.
this is what I'm trying to say.
So,
Again,
yeah.
every game is different. Every game is different.
Mhm.
But does that say, was Seattle a fluke, or is Detroit really Detroit?
Well, Detroit.
So let's look at the
playoffs.
strength of the schedule. Who's had a tougher schedule right now so far? Have we had the tougher schedule, or have they had the tougher schedule? Who did they play?
I'm
Hold
looking
on.
it up right now.
Me 3.
Well, why y'all looking that up? I'm still encouraged about who's coming back. This is great.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
keep
we
on.
just
You
need
keep
to hold
on being
on.
encouraged. Who are you looking
All
up,
right.
Danny? You looking up
So,
Detroit?
I'm looking up Detroit. So Detroit, week
I'm
1.
looking.
Let me see.
You're taking too long, boo.
Okay, here we go. All right, so Detroit had week 1. They won against the Rams, 26-20.
Okay.
Week 2, they had Tampa Bay, and they lost against Tampa Bay, 16-20.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Week 3, they played Arizona, and they won against Arizona, 20-13.
Okay.
And then week 4, they won against Seattle, 42-29.
Right. So that's it. Okay.
And then they had a bye this week, and they had a bye this week.
The Rams are 1-4.
They had a bye, and they're coming back fresh.
Right. The Rams are 1-4. Arizona is 2-3.
2-3.
Mm-hmm.
And Seattle is 2-3.
And we don't need to talk about the Giants. I mean, they did play Giants week 1, but that's
who.
Even though Giants had a good win yesterday, I'll give Giants their props. They had a good win.
They beat Seattle.
They
and they beat Tampa Bay, right? Did you say they beat Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
So
and Tampa Bay is 3-2.
So that was the strongest team that they've played is Tampa Bay.
They lost against Tampa Bay.
Oh, they lost.
Yes.
Yeah.
So who did they win against? They beat the Giants.
No, they never played the Giants. Detroit beat the Rams.
Seattle.
They beat Seattle.
I'm sorry, I was looking at their preseason.
And they beat Arizona.
Yep, they beat the Rams. Yep, Arizona and Seattle.
And that's it.
But they made it to the NFC Championship though last year, right?
They did.
Yes.
Yeah. So we know they can play.
They can play football. We're not going to sit here and act
go.
like us playing Detroit is not a team.
Okay.
They still got that same team.
Who made the Super Bowl last year?
We know
Kansas City and
San Francisco.
And how is San Francisco playing right now?
Not too good.
They're not playing too good right now. It's still early.
Last year. Y'all.
True.
Oh, we talking about this year and who you play and who you playing and how you look. Detroit
All right.
does not look scary to me.
Okay.
All right, so let's look at who we played.
We played the Browns.
Uh-huh.
Then we came home and lost to the Ravens.
Ravens.
No, New Orleans, then the Ravens.
Yeah, New Orleans Ravens. Right. Now was New Orleans one of those fluky teams they got?
No, New Orleans ain't a fluky team.
Okay, so that was a strong team. We played two
Well, right
strong
now, I
teams.
don't know about the. I'm sorry, you said New Orleans not a fluky team, but we'll see after this game. They be on like a 3-game losing streak after this, or a 2-game losing streak.
If they lose this one, it'll be 3.
Okay.
Because they won the first 2. They put up 40 the first game, and they put up 40 on us.
I get that. That's only 2 games. So then now they're going on a 3-game losing streak. I don't know. Is it just that little 2-game hype thing that usually happens the first 2 games, and now they're realizing that so again, I don't know if they're that great as we thought they were. They kicked our ass, yes, but we have those type of games every year.
Y'all see this big fella rumble?
Yeah. Vikings #1.
Big fella, go big fella.
The game.
Big fella.
Bumbling. Hey, as Chris Berman would say, rumbling, bumbling.
Look, he heard me talking.
What he said? Look at him go.
They heard you talking. They heard you talking. Now they want to play.
He's like, hold my beard, Danielle. Shut the fuck up.
Look, we got a comment talking about the Vikings #1. They are.
In the NFC.
I would say that team is more convincing to me that they are a team to reckon with versus the way that I've been seeing the Saints. Because Darnold, I mean, Jesus. I mean, let's be honest. You talking about reinventing your
right. Now maybe yesterday was an aberration, but I didn't watch the game. But from what I heard, that wasn't his best performance. It
wasn't.
I watched the game.
It was.
But you also got to think the Jets aren't a bad defensive team.
They're pretty.
They aren't.
Aaron Rodgers stunk up.
Yes, he did, Adam. Yes, he did.
Aaron Rodgers didn't play Aaron Rodgers football.
And the football media hated that because they had to talk bad about their man.
And their offensive, I'm not understanding their offensive play call. They're putting too much on Aaron Rodgers. You got arguably a top 5 running back in Breece Hall.
They got a 2-headed monster.
Yeah, Breece Hall and what's his name?
Braden Allen, yes. And y'all not using them.
Right.
But the Minnesota's got a very unorthodox defensive scheme right now that they're running. They're giving you different looks
every single play. Yeah, and one play.
They at the last minute, their schemes right now is real wild and very exotic to me right now. They're doing.
They have this wide receiver call.
They're doing some shit that college. They do in college. They're not running your typical normal defensive schemes anymore. They're doing safety.
Mixing that shit up. Yes, Adam.
Yeah, they're flying all over the place. But when you got a concept and people buy into your concept and they let you play free like that, it works.
It looks beautiful, poetry in motion.
Yeah, and when you have a wide receiver like Darnold got in Jefferson, I mean, you talking about a jump ball? Just throw the ball up. I got you.
When you let the coaches coach and the players play, you are going to get the performance that you want. But when you got the owner / GM and everybody trying to control because of who we are, we're taking away from everything.
We need Suge Knight and not Puff. I ain't gonna get in your videos.
Hey, but don't forget their defensive coordinator. That's Brian Flores, right?
Yeah,
that's the old coach from the Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
He got something to prove. He out there trying to prove something because he's still mad about how they fired him, right?
Yeah.
And don't forget that offense is not just Jefferson. They got Jordan Addison. And the
beat.
running back from Green Bay,
Yep.
Aaron
Aaron
Jones.
Jones. Aaron
Yeah.
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah,
Yep.
they tough. That's a tough squad right there.
I got a question. Are we setting up to be a better road team than a home team this year?
That's a good question, right? That's a good question.
I think we're gonna be 50-50.
Or is it just the teams that we played though at home? We played New Orleans, who's been pretty good, and the Ravens ran the ball.
Right. They both ran the ball. They both ran the ball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember, Kamara won that whole New Orleans games by himself.
And we played one of the toughest teams on the road to beat in Pittsburgh. I don't care what they are. You
number 4, Adam. They're number 4. They're number 4.
That's not an easy game. That's not an easy game.
Because I think they're number 4 defensive, but their run defense was like number 1 or 2 or something like that.
They have top 5 defense. Period.
Yeah.
Right.
Top 5 defense. And to go into their stadium, it's not like we had home. We had to go to Pittsburgh.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That atmosphere is again. It says, but are we going to have the big game letdown?
Right. Well, we didn't last night, and that's why the question.
That's what I mean. The big game letdown. Last night was a big game.
Right.
Are we going to have the letdown playing Detroit now?
Yeah. Now, hey, look, that was one of those games that we typically lose.
Yes, Bill.
That's one of those games Steve A. Smith usually tries to clown us about.
Yes, that's one of those games that we like. I can't believe I was up 1 a.m. and these motherfucking you just cussing and everything else.
But are we gonna ride this?
That's what I'm hoping.
Momentum. Are we gonna ride this momentum in the Detroit game? Or are we going to be like, oh, okay, wow, we got through that. We're going back home. Are we going to fall back and get?
Well, that's why I look at coaches at. Coaches better not allow that to happen. Start with
just like what Alabama did and beat Georgia, and then come back and lose to Vanderbilt. Because you know why? You took down the big dog, and then you mess around and forgot about the kitty cat.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
So this becomes a thing, though, right? So we're going into a week where this is like one of those gotta have it games. And so now if I'm Detroit, I'm looking at what the Steelers did that was successful. And what they did that was successful is they got the ball out of Justin Fields' hands in under 2.5 seconds.
You know what Detroit's going to do? You know what Detroit's going to do?
What's that?
What's the one defense? What's the one offense we cannot stop?
We can't stop the damn run.
No, the offensive scheme that we cannot stop. Not what the actual.
Okay, got you. So the tight end.
The West Coast offense.
West Coast spread us out.
The 49ers run. Green Bay run. New Orleans run, Detroit runs. That's the offense that we cannot stop, the West Coast offense. So what are they going to do? Who are they running back? David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is another Alvin Kamara.
Yep, he's on my fantasy. He sure is.
Stop. You stop fantasizing. He's on.
Cut it out.
I'm messing with you, Queen. You know I'm messing. But no,
I can take you. I can handle you.
He's got that dynamic Alvin Kamara has. They're going to be physical. Especially after last year, how they say we screwed them, the referees, with the whole linemen not checking in. Madness, and they think they won the game.
This is a get back game.
Remember, we screwed them twice. We supposedly screwed them twice. Remember, they still on that shit.
Exactly.
The Dez,
they're gonna want to come in there, and they're gonna really want to prove something. They watch what Baltimore did to us.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to implement that. You're going to see linemen as tight ends. They're going to have the big package, and they just going to try to run downhill.
And they just coming off a bye too, so they watch. Yep.
They rested.
Yeah. Hey,
If
look.
we can bring that same tenacity and that same energy that we had last night,
Mhm.
it's going to
It's
be a
gonna be
good game.
dangerous.
It's
It's
going to be
gonna
a
be a
good
good
game.
one.
I
Yeah.
don't believe in their defense. Their defense to me isn't all that spectacular.
That's right.
We can
Seattle
we can
scored
we
29
can we
again.
can huh?
Seattle scored 29 on them, so you're right. You can
It-
score
again,
What's the
you
most
can
we
put it up.
scored this season? Have we put up 30 yet?
Yeah, against Cleveland.
Our first game.
Yeah.
33.
Cleveland.
So you know what the key for us is? Put the ball in Dak's hands. We
That's
pay
it.
him all that money. Let him control everything. Just
And
get that play. Get the play in.
run. And I think Rico is building confidence.
Mhm.
Rico
Yeah.
Suave.
Yes.
We need to run him.
Mhm.
Yes.
If he's going to be RB1,
Mhm.
Deuce
Yes.
Vaughn, I like the story. I love it.
Right.
But
It's
no,
over. It's over.
you just
Hold the-
we got to move
Go hold the
on,
clipboard,
and
bro.
we just gotta if it's a Zeke and Rico show, let
Yes.
it be a Zeke and Rico show. But
But let Rico be the starter of that show.
Rico
And
is
you allow
he
Zeke
needs
to
to
come
get
in as a role player.
he needs to get the 16 to 20 touch carries.
Yeah.
You give
Right.
him
Zeke
16
to
to
wear
20
down the
carries.
line. Let Zeke
Exactly.
wear down the line.
And
And
then
once
if you
that
want,
line get worn down, there you got the quickness with
if you
what's
want
his
to, but
name?
if you want to do some little fancy trickery shit, you don't need Deuce. You can put Turpin back there. We put CD back there, so why
Yeah.
can't we put CD back there again? If you
Yeah.
want to
Mhm.
be creative and use Deuce, I love him. I love the story of all of that, but mm-mm.
It's
So you
over.
want
You're not
Turpin
giving
And
us
bring-
that.
and
You're
bring
not
Cook.
giving. You're not showing me nothing that's deserving of a damn spot, a roster spot on the 53-man roster.
He taking up space.
Switch him and Dalvin if that's the case.
That's
Right.
what I'm trying to tell
I
you.
know what
Put
Dalvin. I know what
in.
Dalvin's going to do. I know
Yes.
what he's going to do.
And
We
he's
don't
bigger.
know what he's ready. He's
Put
ready.
Yeah.
And he
Deuce on
wants
the
to prove
practice
himself.
squad to get some more reps.
Right.
Some Cook.
Hey,
And like you said, Adam, it's a good story. You know, but
Yeah.
this is where you gotta this is where the end comes in. The end, you know, and there's no hard feelings.
Y'all cold, man. Y'all cold, man. Y'all cold. Y'all like that's all, folks. Cold.
Yeah, see, you know,
That's all, folks.
you know what? You know what Deuce would probably thrive at if he was in Philly, because they actually know how to use that style. Right, they're used to those small dudes. Like that's
such a good
right.
point. Such a good point.
Such the little short midget running backs.
That's what they know how to use
my
them.
bad.
Put them in
My bad. Little people. Let me
Little
retract that. Little people. I mean, I don't want Phil getting in any trouble.
No, we good. We good. We passed 2 minutes. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
I learned that from Kwame Brown.
Hey, what I need you to do, Mr. Reaching Texas over there. I need you to get the playmaker on this show.
Yeah, I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working.
You need to tell him to call DeMarcus Ware.
Here we go.
And then have
Here
him
we go.
on the show.
Why are we calling DeMarcus Ware? What are we calling DeMarcus Ware for?
Mind your business, Adam.
But you are my business. You are my business, queen. You are my business. What we calling DeMarcus Ware for? I need answers.
She said she want that dark chocolate.
Oh my God! So that's where we going now.
Let me ask y'all something about our defense though, because y'all said that the blueprint was set by New Orleans and Baltimore. New York, the Giants and Pittsburgh tried to run the ball.
They just scored. Saints just scored real quick, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay.
They heard you talking.
They did hear me talking. They did.
But look, the Giants and Pittsburgh tried to run the ball on us, but we actually stopped the run. We actually looked good stopping at least Pittsburgh.
It's a different offensive scheme.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's the West Coast scheme. We had Green Bay. What did Aaron Jones do to us last year in the playoffs?
Right.
He shredded us.
Killed
The
us.
West Coast team. That's
Right.
all it is. Pittsburgh don't run West Coast. New York don't run West Coast. They don't have the old lineman for one.
He missed the
even
extra point.
He
I'm
missed that.
sorry. He missed that shit.
Boo, you okay? I mean, Queen.
No,
My bad.
he's my
Calling you
kicker on my
Queen.
fantasy. I need all the points I could get. Shit.
You must be getting your butt whooped.
I'm not doing that. But I just need some extra points in order to win.
So it's crazy because we run the text coast, you know, a mixture of whatever we call whatever we should know how to defend it.
True.
You know, in essence.
We don't have the personnel to defend it. We don't have the 335-pound D lineman in the middle.
What you mean we got Mozzie?
Mozzie lost weight. Mozzie done slimmed down. Mozzie said, "I don't want to be that size." But he looks good though. He's actually a little quicker. He's actually a lot quicker.
Yeah, he
But
looks more like Warren Sapp now, right? Trying to. He's trying to. The Warren Sapp type.
There you go. I just tried to stop giving these guys that accolade. They're not there yet. Warren Sapp is a Hall of Famer.
So Adam, you saying we need some one techs that are heftier, that are better run fits.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need a Dexter Lawrence type.
Yeah.
Right.
Big Vita Vea.
The Giants guy.
Yeah.
Right.
Vita Vea.
We need we don't again. We got Linville Joseph and we got the other guy. He got hurt.
Right.
But
Nealon,
what was he?
You talking about Nealon? You talking about Nealon?
No.
The pass, right?
No, the one we got in the off season. We got him in the off season, and they kind of like said he hurt his hand in practice.
Right.
So he'll be back too then.
Oh yeah, but he's a big body.
Yeah.
Right.
Joseph actually started playing lately.
Right. He sure did.
He's starting to play. So I don't know if he's getting acclimated to the system or whatnot, but he's starting to play.
What's the big fella's name that hit Fields last night?
Oh man, he destroyed him.
I like him.
I'm still mad about that shit.
Yeah, Linval Joseph. That's who that was. Yeah.
That wasn't Joseph that knocked Fields
number
out.
93.
No, 91 is the one who knocked Fields out. I hadn't seen him.
I missed.
But
91.
Joseph is the one who caused that fumble.
Yes.
Yeah, he caused the fumble.
He went over the line. He like dove over the lineman and hit the quarterback. Hit Fields.
Yeah. And then Carl Lawson almost got the recovery.
Should have got it. He got to step up.
Yeah.
He needs to step up.
I would love for him to. That would be
And
great.
You also know who we missing as well.
Who's that?
That you forgot to mention.
Who?
Sam.
Oh, the linebacker.
Now he's done for the season, though, right?
Phil, his name was Tyrus Wheat. It was Wheat. Tyrus Wheat.
Wheat. Yeah.
Number 91. Wheat.
They robbed him of a great play. That was a great play. He hit him with his shoulder.
Yep.
That was a great play.
Man.
You know how they are. You know how they are.
That's wrong. All right. Well, before we go, who y'all got this week?
Are you serious? Is that a trick question?
Damn fool.
I got Baltimore. That's who I got.
There we go. We need Baltimore. But what's the keys to beating Detroit though?
Y'all said it. It's Dak Prescott, isn't it?
The key one is we can't do what we did last night. We can't have 3 turnovers.
Right.
We give up 3 turnovers to Detroit. It's going to be how that Green Bay game was last year.
The penalties got to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Them false starts and all of that type.
We shouldn't have that much. We shouldn't have that much at home because the crowd is not going to be that loud.
But we've had those penalties. It's the same shit, that discipline with those them false starts and all of that shit is happen every week for us. Rather home or on the road. And they stupid penalties. And we have to score touchdowns. I know, Coach, you like to field goals, whatever it is, but we got to start showing that we are dangerous, a little dangerous in the red zone.
Yeah.
Better than what we've been showing.
No, we got
Because
we
when
got
you
to score
rely on
touchdowns.
when you rely on your kicker, your field goal, we saw what happened. They blocked, and that 3 points was off the board because we settled for instead of trying to pick up the first down. It's third and 13. We're just going to throw.
So let me ask you this, Danny. Let me ask you this, since you went there. Do you think that because we have Aubrey, once we get to a certain point in the field, that their play calling is dummy
We
down?
throttle down.
Yes,
we
we
throttle
dummy
down.
down. Yes,
Because
and I say that because you can watch other
got a
teams.
security blanket.
Yes, but I don't think that's the mentality that we should have because we see it's not automatic. I mean, he's automatic, but is he automatic at this point? No. If you watch other teams, it could be 3rd and 17, and they're throwing beyond the first down mark to try to pick up that first down. Like they're playing aggressive.
Who do you think is a better field goal kicker, Butner or Aubrey?
Aubrey.
Mailman.
Aubrey right now. Aubrey's the
Are y'all being biased?
No.
Nah, just seeing how he kicks. This Joker got it. He got
except for that one.
Distance. He be kicking 60-some yards with still more distance, and it'd be like accurate.
So, I'm gonna say this. They 1A, 1B.
Okay.
But my point to what I'm trying to get to is Kansas City doesn't play because we
3.
got Butner.
Right.
They play to go score a touchdown.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They could be 3rd and 17, and they going down the field beyond that 17 yards.
I'm using that comparison because Butner is, to me, just as an efficient, if not.
Yeah.
Some people would argue he's a better field goal kicker than.
Yeah, and that would be a good argument. You could be mad at someone thinking that.
We settle for, okay, well, let's not turn the ball over. Let's not get too excited, and because I want to get this goddamn 3 points.
I don't like that.
Whereas Kansas City, oh no, we're going to get 7.
Right.
If we need Butner, we know we got him.
Right.
Yes.
It's a different mentality.
That's a great point.
Beyond the first down line, there's always a chance for, first of all, the catch to happen, pass interference to happen. Like there's many variables versus you just checking it down because you like, oh well, we'll take the 3.
Yeah, being conservative.
Don't work. You get conservative.
And you doing that now puts too much pressure on the defense to hold.
Yep, exactly.
So I know Phil asked the question, what are the keys for this week? And this is what I say, or what I think. I want to keep Jared Goff moving.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want him sitting back in the pocket and being able to throw the football. Mm-hmm. I want him running for his life. And I think if we can create enough pressure, so be it up the middle or from the outside, he's not going to outrun most of our guys. We done faced some elite quarterbacks that have great legs these last 2 weeks. We done faced Lamar Jackson. We done faced Justin Fields, who ain't he's not a slow dude. He's a big dude. So we done seen some speed at the quarterback position. So now that we have somebody that doesn't have quite the same speed, I don't want him being able to stand in the pocket and just pick us out. I don't want the design rollouts to be just free and clear. If we get him moving off of his spot, I think that increases our win chances drastically. If he gets a chance to sit back there and throw the football around the yard, I think that now that kind of levels the playing field to some degree. So we have to keep him off his mark. We have to make sure he's moving, and we have to be okay with 4-yard gains as opposed to being okay with 7-yard gains when they're running the football.
This Detroit brings a different animal for us.
Right. They do.
They do.
Yes, they really do. I agree with that. And I just think because of that, with the field goals for me, I just
They
want to
got
Not
see us
enough.
beyond those 3 points.
Right.
Is that
Huh?
is that Robert Holder right there?
You already know.
You know it. You see that hat.
You see
Big
that?
Rob, what up?
Nothing, bro. Just having a good weekend and everything. Having to do a lot more work than expected due to the hurricane that we had down here last week. And
Gotcha.
but the reason I come on here, I don't know where that Steeler fan is tonight. But do y'all recall what I told him the last time we was on together
What
about?
you say, Robert? Tell us.
It was about when he was talking all this trash. I said, "Was look at us. What did we put on the Giants? We put 20 points on the Giants, but you only getting 18 against Atlanta. What kind of score is that?" So look what they got last night. Oh, and we got our 20, and they only got 17. See, he was
Preach,
talking
Robert.
that trash,
Preach.
and then as he seen what happened to him last night, a 20 to 17, they didn't even get 18 points.
That's
So-
a good point, Rob Ski.
So that I remember saying that to y'all that night and everything.
Yeah.
When he was on there listening and talking all his trash like they was gonna beat the Cowboys and all this. Usually it's the opposite way around. When we play at Heinz Field, like in 2016 when I went up there and I was at that game when Ezekiel Elliott ran that winning touchdown in with like
Down the sideline.
yeah, with 9 seconds left or something for Pittsburgh.
Mhm.
And then last night it was a opposite play, but then they had like 20 seconds left last night. They couldn't get nowhere. But when they play us at Dallas, that's the only time they ever win against us. You never noticed that because they beat us in 2020 down in Dallas.
Right.
Hey, but
And then
We got
we
'em
beat
yesterday.
them in 2016 and 2024 in Heinz Field.
Yep.
Well,
And I
we
heard
got
Mike
him back
McCarthy is
yesterday.
0-4 against the Steelers, so that was concerning too.
Oh yeah, Michael Parsons. I don't think he has really played a game against the Steelers yet in Heinz Field. Really?
No, I said McCarthy, our
Oh,
coach.
McCarthy.
He was 0-4. They showed some stats. He was 0-4 every time he played them.
Okay.
So that
But
was
now he's 1-4. Now he's 1-4, ain't he?
Yep.
Yeah, and that's
Yes,
where he's
indeed.
from.
As
He's
of
from
last
Pittsburgh,
night.
right?
His home is outside of Pittsburgh.
That's
That's
right.
his home up there where he's from.
Yeah, him, Dak, and somebody else went with him to his home.
Cooper.
To meet his family.
Cooper Rush.
Cooper
Okay.
Rush was there. But let me ask y'all something. Did y'all see anything similar in that game last night and the game on that Thursday night against the Giants?
Anything similar? I saw a sluggish offense for a couple of quarters. I want them to play the same game they played in that fourth quarter last night from the beginning of the game. That's what I need them to do.
And Phil,
But
that's a
my
good point because I didn't like that they received the ball first. And then when you receive the ball first, then that means that you are confident that y'all about to go out here and
lose.
show what you're about to do. And they came away with 3 points.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. But it ain't about that. Did you see that one play before the half? And I talked about this in our last conference we had. Is when you got the quarterback throwing to your wide receiver out there and him double team. Did y'all see what happened in that game last night?
Mm-hmm.
Interception. Same as you. Like I say.
Right.
And until Prescott can get a brain or sense to look the opposite way when he sees the wide receiver, the number one target of his, double team, and find that open player where is either the other wide receiver or somebody up on the front line or even the running back, like that running back did in that touchdown play. He left out of the pocket and go up and got in the end zone right there. Nobody touched him. So my point is, if you can't play the game the right way, why be in it?
Well, he seemed to play the game in that last drive the right way, and that's why
Oh
we won.
yeah, in that last drive. But they could
I
have been
mean,
more
we can talk
points
about the
than that.
other touchdown that he threw as well. I mean,
Yeah.
you're saying that if he can't play, Dak was the main reason why we were sitting here celebrating as well. He overcame those 3 turnovers. I've seen Patrick Mahomes and a few other great quarterbacks throw 4 or 5 turnovers and still win. We normally don't win in those type of games, but we did it
Yes,
last
and you're
night.
right. And our defense, even though that's our second string defense, they were better than the 2 that's on the injury list last night.
That's
They
true.
didn't they didn't try to play no hero ball.
No.
I think that they stuck to their assignments and did exactly what they were supposed to do.
And that's right.
I think like when you get superstars, and I feel like it's more Micah than D Law. I think D Law kind of sticks to the script. I feel like Micah, like with him, he kind of brings this, he has to make a big play or it has to be a big play type deal energy, which is not bad. But I think instead of just letting the plays come to you when you're trying to create the play, I think that's where he may be getting into trouble. And so those guys last night, they were just doing what their assignments were. Just make the play if it comes my way. The quarterback gets out of the pocket. I'm going to try to chase him down and get to him as best I can. So that's the difference. And I think Danny said it earlier before you came on the broadcast, and Adam did as well, that was supreme team effort last night. That was all 11 on every side of the football doing exactly what their jobs were.
Yes, and you're right.
With a little bit of hero ball from Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he had to put the case. He had to come out of the
Bill,
booth.
don't leave that part out.
Yeah,
he
I
had
agree
to come
with you
out
on
of the
that
booth.
one.
That's
I
right.
agree with all of it right there, even though on that play where he handed the ball off to the running back and it got popped out of his hand, he recovered it.
That's right. That was
And
that was
then
key.
the one that got hurt in the previous play, the one that caught that winning touchdown.
October.
Yeah, he is a tough character. That dude got hurt a little, like he was in some pain, but when he come in that last play and ran across, got that touchdown, that was a good one. He's got some strength in him.
There was zero room for any margin of error. If Dak puts it on his back shoulder, no touchdown. If he throws it too low, possible drop. If he throws it too high, if he throws it too far in front of him, and then
question.
And they said pressure on that play.
Question.
Let's hear
question, y'all. Was that a great throw or a great catch?
It can't be both.
Both. I give him both. Both.
I give it both too.
I think it was more of a great throw. He was rolling and had to put it in a certain those throws are hard throws. It's not on the rope.
Like you said, King, there's a slight margin of error.
Slight, like the littlest. If he puts it anywhere else, we're not having this conversation right now.
Hey, but it took a heck
we
of
got us some Eagle fans on here, Mal. We need to get you up on here. I need some more female representation. Y'all had y'all bye, so I get that y'all are comfortable right now, but
y'all
get going again next week. So I need
Danny, they lost on their bye week, Danny. They lost on their bye week.
Come on, get that link, Molly. You see who that is, Adam, right?
It's Mally, though. It is Mally, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, okay.
Mally Robinson.
That's our guy on Wednesdays.
Mally Robinson.
Oh, that's a man. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's the host.
My bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
No,
Yes,
no,
sir.
no, we don't need him until Wednesday. I don't need to see him until Wednesday.
So you saying that's a Seagull fan?
Yeah, they said we getting healthy. All right, we see if y'all getting healthy or not.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right. Well,
So where
hey,
we at
look,
now? Where we at, Phil? Where we at?
now I'm good with everything unless y'all got more to say. We good. We good because we've been on here almost.
I got one thing to say.
Okay.
It's good seeing the Queen back.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
It's good
First of
seeing the
all,
Queen.
thank
Oh,
you,
y'all
Adam.
too.
Blowing kisses, but I've been here for like a few weeks. You the one that wasn't on for like the first.
Yeah.
Am I correct, Phil?
Get him. Get him.
Yeah,
Get him.
you're
Yeah.
right.
You
Yeah.
wasn't on here.
He
I've
been
been
Because
working.
I
here.
was
He's
on
been
last
working.
week with y'all.
Robert
Hold on.
too. Robert was on like the first week one or week two, or you was
I don't know
missing,
why.
Adam.
I don't know why I'm not getting a personal tag in.
So
It was supposed to be the Kings and Queens show. Remember? Where's your other
Well,
queen at? Where's your other queen at?
Phil puts him in that chat. So let me say this to you. You welcome back. Welcome back, Adam. Good to see you.
Hey.
I'm about to
Hold
say,
on.
where's that Landover, Maryland at tonight that was on there with us that night? Is he hiding somewhere?
No,
he
he
was
came.
on
He
here,
came
Nick.
on.
He was on
Nick,
here.
Nick came on early. Nick
And
came on
then,
early.
did y'all see somebody that was famous at that game last night?
Who? Snoop?
Snoop Dogg.
The Snoop Deal Double G, real player doing the VIP.
He
That's
had
the
on
man, man. Even though I don't
that
like him.
Pittsburgh shit.
Only thing I don't like about him is he had that steel stuff on.
Right.
And
That's who he's
him
supposed
being
to represent. But he got like 4 teams though.
I was about to say he got
represent
about 14 because I got 4 pictures of him in a cowboy
See?
outfit,
Yeah.
a Steelers outfit. Was it a
The
Kansas?
Raiders. The
the
Raiders.
Raiders.
Right, okay.
And plus Ice
We
Cube
do
got
need
his
some green
cowboy
on here.
stuff on and his Raider stuff.
That's right.
Hey, Marley. When I get
True
back in
blue.
town, Molly, I'm coming to show up at the hub, man. You ain't got to worry, Molly. You're gonna see more blue. You're gonna see more blue in the hub, Molly.
There you
True
go.
blue.
There you go. Hey, look, I also we got to make sure. So, do y'all think that we should just leave Diggs on the Sun God this week by himself?
You talking about Trayvon Diggs?
We got St. Brown.
He got to.
Talking about my boy?
He got
You talking
to.
about my boy here?
Yeah.
Because-
Yep, Diggs. There you go. Yep. There you
I
go.
don't know.
I think-
You know what?
Trayvon Diggs on defense. I'll play him on both if it was me. Just like they did Deion Sanders back in the day. Deion Sanders was on special teams. He was on defense,
him right there.
and he was on offense.
Okay. Only so Phil.
Mhm.
I don't know because Diggs is not so the Sun God. He's a physical receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Diggs is not a physical defender.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think if they get into the physicality part of it, the Sun God might beat him.
You think so? Because Diggs is bigger. Actually, he about 6.
But I'm not talking about size like that.
Okay.
You know who I'm worried about?
Who?
Jameson
Laporta.
And ain't the Sun God.
You talking about
Laporta,
Jameson?
the tight end.
Laporta and Jameson.
Jameson. Okay.
He got to
Who
go
we playing
on the other.
upcoming week?
Laporta is we have a tough time defending tight ends that can move.
Right.
If they run the ball, we through. If they are able to run the ball against us, the play action with Laporta down the middle of the field or James Williams is going to kill us. I'm not worried about St. Brown. I'm not worried about him.
You're not worried about him because you're putting Diggs on him, or you just not worried about him?
If I was coaching our defense, that's who's checking him wherever he goes. Follow him across the field, and you can do whatever you can make. You can play coverage, zone coverage over the top of Laporta.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's concept that you got to do. I'm not worried about, like I said, Diggs is capable enough to check that man one-on-one.
Right. Okay, we just
I'm
got
not
to
worried about it.
concentrate on stopping that run.
Yes.
Yep.
Stopping
Yeah.
the run, and then I know Coach said also too, we got to put some pressure on. He want to see Golf out the pocket. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't let
When
him
do
get
we play
comfortable.
we
Houston?
want to see him scramble.
Right.
But we
I
gotta
want to
be
see it.
more. In order to do that, we can't just be sitting full. I know I'm
No,
going back to that. That shit pissed me off
We
last
have
night.
to make Goff what he's not, which he's not a mobile quarterback. So that's what we have to turn him into.
Y'all gotta understand, they're not warranted. Golf ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna turn around and hand the football off, and they're gonna
Right.
run. If we can't stop it, Golf ain't worried about getting uncomfortable. He's
Right.
gonna get more comfortable.
Hold up.
Because you know what happens then? If they're running the ball, that means we got to bring more in the box. Once we bring more in
Yeah.
the box, now he's got the matchup.
Bombs over Baghdad.
We gotta stop. We gotta stop the run first. We stop the run first, then you make him uncomfortable.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
I can
In
agree
your
with that.
last two games against the Giants and the Steelers, was the running game not stopped?
They
Because
didn't have the same.
the Giants only got I think it was like 5 field goals in that game,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Steelers barely got 2 touchdowns.
But they
And the
saying
running game, the running back didn't even get a touchdown.
right, but
for the
they saying
Steelers.
it's a totally different offense this week with Detroit.
It's West
Okay,
Coast.
so we got Detroit.
Rodney. Detroit runs the offense that Dallas cannot stop, and that's the West Coast offense. It's the West Coast offense.
So
That's
it's
the
a West
blocking
Coast Dallas
scheme.
fight.
It's the
With the
blocking scheme
49
out of the West
It's the
Coast, right?
blocking scheme. It's the blocking scheme. It's the how they do the blocking scheme.
Mhm.
You see, Pittsburgh tried it last night. When they threw that screen to Najee Harris.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That blocking scheme right there, Najee Harris got about what, 25, 30 yards on that
Yep.
screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can, if for some of the life of us, we cannot stop it.
Right.
We can't. Detroit has
How long is it till we play Houston?
that's a while.
Right.
Because I'm
Joe
hoping
Mixon will be healthy when we play Houston, and we got a
I
whole
want to
nother
see
animal to deal
Diggs
with.
healthy so he can face against his twin brother. Because last time we played Buffalo, he was on the injured list. Trayvon Diggs didn't get to play against his brother, but now his brother's at Houston, and chances are they're gonna meet for the first time.
Yeah.
Speaking of his brother, he's in the news. In the news, this don't have anything to do with football. But I hear the brother and Cardi B was the one, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, but
Danny, you gotta stop. Danny, you gotta stop.
I'm just saying,
Stop
he's making another type of news.
Stop reading the false. Stop reading false reports. Stop it.
He's making another type of news.
All right. Well, y'all got any more before we head out of here?
Yeah, I got one
Cowboys.
thing. I'm always gonna start with the lady first. I'm gonna start with the queen. Give me your score prediction of Sunday's game. I don't need no explanation. Just give me a score. Right around the table.
27-20.
Coach
23-17.
Rodney.
It's Robert.
Oh, Robert.
Robert, my bad.
I'm gonna give it like 35-28.
Mailman.
Woo. I'm gonna go 31-28.
31-28. So
Yeah.
y'all think it's gonna be a high scoring game.
Yeah.
All y'all are predicting a high scoring game.
Indeed. Yes. What's your score?
In Dallas.
27-17.
Oh, he's hold up. He's reflecting on that score. He's reflecting on that score of the Super Bowl when we beat Pittsburgh in 1995-96. That 27-17 score. Oh, that's where you going.
27-17.
That'll be way more comfortable. That'll be much more comfortable.
We will revisit this.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
indeed.
Write it down, Phil. Phil,
Yeah,
write it down on your paper.
Yes,
No,
Write
sir.
it
no,
down on your paper, Phil.
go on the group chat and put the score.
There you go. There you
Okay,
go. Yeah,
that's
Go on
right.
go in the group chat and put y'all score down
that's
there.
it.
And watch the rest of the clowns say what they gonna say.
Oh, y'all, I can't with
Let me
y'all in
tell
that.
y'all one
I
before we
can't with
go.
y'all in that damn group chat. Y'all, geez.
Y'all
Oh
are good.
man. Danny,
Let me
I
tell
was ready
y'all one before we
to
go.
go through the phone last night.
I
I'm
know you
like,
was,
yo,
and that's why I was liking your shit. I'm like,
I'm like,
yes.
yo, just go be a Kansas City fan. Like, I
Oh
don't know what
no.
you expecting, Rowdy Rod, whatever.
Nah.
Hot Rod.
Me and
Hot
Adam had
Rod.
that fight
But I'm
last year.
telling you,
Especially Adam did.
at one of our
You
gas
thought
stations
you
here,
thought I was the
where I
first one
stay.
last night.
That's right.
Mhm.
All right, look, we're gonna check out of here. Y'all check back on here Wednesday.
All right.
Wednesday
Right.
at what time? What's your
The
time zone?
NFC East. The
Robert, we need
hub.
you a little
Smash
earlier,
Mouth.
Robert.
Huh?
Well, just like I told you, sis, last time I run a landscaping business, and
got
I'm usually out from sun up to sundown. But when I'm on my other job, which
Yes.
we was laid off last week,
I'm
and
sorry to
I
hear
had
that.
yeah, I'm a PTO. I had a PTO day to do some catching up on my landscaping.
Okay.
So I go back tomorrow and see what they come up with, if we all come back or what.
Well, I got you in my prayers for that. But in the meantime, Robert, I still want my hat, by the way. Landscaping or no landscaping, I still need you to send me my hat when you
Okay,
get a chance.
I'll
But
send you
it's
that.
always a pleasure to have you on here when you can be on here. So
Yeah,
I'll
and
just
another thing I'm gonna tell y'all before we cut this short. Other night, I was at one of the gas stations here. Had this wife and husband in there with their little kids. The wife was working running the store. She's over there talking to me. Oh, we gonna get y'all's ass this Sunday coming. I'm like, you better count your chickens